Good morning, everybody, or wherever you're in the world you're watching from. From us here at 1710 Sports Center in Augusta, Maine. My name is Greg Gouillart. I'm alongside Paul Grant. This is Candlepin Bowling Network. And today our first of three final round-robin matches is between Penny Lane Hooligans and the number one ranked Exeter Lanes after 2 days of action. This should be a fun matchup, including because we've got mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, Madison Riva against Penny Riva. Of course, Penny, the namesake of Penny Lane Bar and Grill. Hello, Paul. Good to see you today as ever, especially nowadays. Hope you're doing well still.
We're hanging in there. Ice pack on right now. Here's Alana Brown on lane 6 of 20. The 1710 Sports in Augusta, Maine, the 33rd Annual Ladies International Tournament on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Please tell your friends and family to tune in. Hit the subscribe button. Why not? It's free. The bell icon for live notifications. Like and share the video. Like and follow us on Facebook as well. Thanks for joining in early morning. Welcome to those Atlantic Coast time and those in Newfoundland, where it's 10:30 Newfoundland, 10 o'clock Atlantic time. Shortly after, Alana Brown, a 9. Spoken 8 different languages. And Anna Merrow, senior from Maine, starts out with a tough 5. Exeter wins 1 point. The match number is 1. Any combination of a tie, a win, or a loss by Scots working a tie, they clinch number 1. There are no buys. The players are head-to-head bracket style. So one would take on 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5. It would be a bracket, not reseeded. Alana Brown buries 8. Her mother, Nancy, always here in attendance. 3 in the 10. Battled with a lot of health issues.
Sorry, folks, for having to multitask this morning. Just wanted to let you know that if you're new to Candlepin, it's roll 3 balls and the wood is live where it falls. You've seen it by now. And
the wood falls on the deck, you can play it.
Exactly.
Gives you a good win and good losses.
It's not dead wood, it's live wood.
Yeah.
And Amaro, no score, first ball.
Brown missed everything there. Amaro trying to come back. Nice lady, though. She came in 4th in the Senior State Championship Finals this past campaign. Covered a lot during the seniors. Really good attitude. And the seniors don't wait. They press the button. They go pace of play in Maine.
Yeah.
Especially the seniors. They got places to go.
Alana, press the button. Well, I'm using her as an example. Everyone does it this way by and large. Plus there's deadwood in her gutter anyway.
Beach 9, Anna Merrow, 14. Alana, 18. 4 pin lead for Exeter. Undefeated, 32-0. 19 matches, 20 teams. Play each other once, round robin. Don't forget the finals are a 2-string format. The players will be a separate broadcast later on. There'll be a time about a half an hour or so in between. 20, 30 minutes, give or take, in between the 3rd round today. Here's Nikki McKeever. 9. 10 pin left up.
So yeah, sorry again for being late, folks. Had to multitask a tribute for Mario Johnson's good friend, Staff Sergeant Jesse Sherrill this morning.
Great job, Greg.
Thank you very much.
Here's Charity Fry, Cole Fry's cool mother. 2-6 today. I always tease about doing interviews.
McKeever makes her mark. No, it's 10?
No, it's a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. Put a buck in. Charity Fry at 9. Hey, Sonja. Paul Grant special. Tell her to put a buck in.
Anna Merrow has an 83 average coming into this. Charity Fry 88 average. For Exeter Lanes, Alana Brown 110 average. Nikki McKeever 98.
Love that number 98. Good number. There's a strike. Bombs away, baby. Almost a double. The PGS cost her a spare, but right back with 10 in 1. Perfect start.
If only it were 9-pin.
I know.
Maybe we should do a 9-pin at some point.
How about a 9-pin ladies' worlds, men's worlds? That'd be something, wouldn't it?
Somewhere, somehow, right, Paul?
Charity a 6-pack. Check her ID. She's young enough.
But you can sign up at candlepinsforcancer.com.
Worldweight's 10-stringer, 9-pin handicap, August 29th, Saturday, at High Flying Rollaway Lanes in Waremaster. The pins sky high. High flying action there. You want to check it out? Please register Candlepins number 4 at cancer.com. Bowl shifts like Cam the Camera Green, if you dare. 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Saturday, August 20th. Greg and I will be there. Candlepins Cancer fundraising event sponsoring $500 to the prize fund. Rollaway Lanes, August 29th. Register Candlepins number 4, cancer.com. You will love it.
Michelle Atherton, friend of our channel here, coming into this with a 95 average. Sonja Rossi with a 112.
Here are 9s for Charity Fry, 18 through 2. Third ball, here's Sonja Sparkling Rossi. Always smiling most of the time. Once in a while, you see a dark cloud in her face. Very rare.
There are lots of women who can hide the pain well. Not to speak of her life in particular.
Michelle does some broadcasting for the main state championship matches. A great job. Rossi hits the 1-2, but not the 6-10.
A major tournament just like this one here, the Ladies International. One of 3 bowler-run major team competitions.
Atherton 1-4-7-9. Early in the first of 3 final round matches, qualifying rounds before the playoffs. Rossi gets the 10 from Rutland, Massachusetts.
All due credit to Super Bowl in Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia as well for a brilliant house tournament that also attracts a significant contingent of female teams.
Oh, that's what you could say. It's a 4-ball 10 box. That ball rolled the 9. Pretty 10 for Michelle Atherton.
It was quite pretty. In fact, I'd like to see it again. Off the cap of the wood, and there we go.
Greg loves that instant replay. He's got this finger on that button. He's trigger happy on that button. He loves that. His favorite button.
Don't you? Good to see you all there. I see you, Rebecca. I see you, Greg, Beach Ridge, and Mike. And hello, everyone sitting back and enjoying these great matches.
Oh, Matt's awesome. Beach Ridge Barbershop. You get a 10% discount. 11% have you say Paul Grant Special if you bring in a recent bowling sheet.
And in case the deal's expired, we'll cover it.
We'll get extra 1% if you want, Matt. Beach Ridge Barbershop in Scarborough, Maine. Is that Route 1? Is that Route 1, Matt? I forgot. It's in Scarborough, Maine. Beach Ridge Barbershop. They do a great job.
Rossi, a surprising 7 here.
I think a good motto for them would be, Beach Ridge Barbershop. We cut it out. Cut it out. 8 and 7. Sonja 17. Michelle matches 17. Here's Laura Weber, 7th in the eliminations. Ladies elimination Thursday night. Cashed in. Great lady. Mark Weber's mother.
And she qualified 3rd.
And she's always in the APH finals and the eliminations a lot of times too. Very competitive.
Cindy,
finals one year too.
Cindy Haradon, the undisputed MVP of last year's final and Exeter's victory. 109 average this tournament. Laura Weber, 95 during teams. Her qualifying average in singles was north of 120.
Exeter heavy favorite over the lower-ranked Penny Lane's Hooligans. Penny Lane Bar and Grill, part of Bangor Brewer Lanes. Evan Riva and Madison Riva do a great job there. Heron in 3 and the 6.
Good efforts by both. 700 U.S. Route 1 is Beach Ridge Barbershop.
It is Route 1. I thought so. Okay, making sure. Thank you. 4 minutes in the Big 20. Get a haircut, loosen up, then go bowl at Big 20 in Scarborough, Maine. Closed on Sunday for the summer unless it's raining out. Mike Walker does a fabulous job there. Probably the most pristine bowlers I've ever seen. Each a 9.
9 aside. Good third balls by each to get the cluster of pins they were after.
Penny Lane's holding on right now. Only down 6, but down a strike for Nikki McKeever. Be a major upset.
Madison Riva naturally on the bench for Exeter Lanes. Just trying to rest up here.
Heron in 3-2 split. We thought she'd be not bowl, and Madison took it off. Thanks, Madison. Your father from Florida can't see it now. Sorry, Bob. I mentioned the wrong match. I thought they were bowling the 3rd match. So they had a coverage. It's the 1st match.
Or they're anticipating a deep run in the playoffs, which, reasonable.
I did correct myself, Bob. You signed off before I corrected myself. Bob's a great guy. Hall of Fame class 2023, well-deserved. Watch his interview with myself and his Hall of Fame speech on Candlepins Bowling Network on YouTube. Very passionate guy. Good try by both. Greg, the update, the play-by-play after this. All fired up, Greg.
Madison Riva has the top single overall in the tournament, 161.
Aaron, that's no good at 9. Weber to gain, matches the 9. 19, 18, Cindy 19, Laura 18. Time for an update from the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
Here it comes.
If you have a moment.
Yeah. 1 strike. Don't rush me. It's morning. 1 strike for Exeter Lanes. That's the difference right now.
Morning rush.
Exactly. Strikes are rare. It's a game of spares. I'm thinking about one bowler who told me, no, it's not a strikes game. It's a spares game. Well, where are they? But hey, it's early morning and early days in this 1-string matchup. In this round-robin format, 2 points for a win, 1 for a tie. Now we switch it around. Over to Anna Mero again, who has a 9-pin drop.
Now, I know it's early. Did you not have glasses on the first 2 boxes you bowled?
Well, I did not save that replay. This one here, Wood on the side could save this one. Yes! Anna Mero finds a way, and Penny Lane might be tied.
Good for her. 1 mark for each side. Anna Mero, the leadoff bowler, facing Alana Brown, a dangerous bowler.
Alana scoots the head pin to the side. apparently a polyglot, working on speaking multiple languages there. Papua New Guinea apparently speaks the most of all. Not necessarily her path in life, but maybe she's on her way to learning all the languages over there, which there are numerous.
Alana Brown won a Pro Series title in 2026, and she got an 8, 26 through 3, and the spare 24 in a ball through 3. Alana Brown Pro Series title this year in 2026. Hobbies, piano, languages, studied French, Latin, Spanish, Arabic, Italian, Russian, and Korean. I have no trouble with English. Pig Latin.
Well, welcome to this broadcast. You're stuck with us now. Amaro Sparefill is a good one. It's 9 more.
Put it in a 9-pin tournament in. Come on. I've covered many times before in the past.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing about McKeever's start as well. Brown's got decent wood she could send. Alana, one of the new generation, just like Maddie as well. Consulting on... No, how could she be consulting? It's a single pin.
Caitlin Zolko, lemon drop. Quite right.
And the single gets away. Brown's try on the wood, and the piece scoots in front of the 7. You see the splits Brown has had to contend with. That's why her string's underwater at the moment. Par is 10 a box is a term made famous on Canadian TV shows. And Bob Lee, probably unaware of that, came up with it independently.
And 2 9 drops in a row. One for a spare 9, now a 9, 42 through 4. Brown and 9, 35 through 4. Nikki McKeever in a strike as Greg continues the play-by-play. Penny Hooligans the lead, believe it or not, early on, but they're down. A strike from Nikki McKeever now. 5 for the lead. Back to Greg.
Penny Riva on the bench currently, so neither Riva. That's the simplest way to express who's not in. Maybe they're catching up with one another.
It's not Riva, it's not Riva, it's Riva.
Yeah.
We said them all wrong in the past, but we're corrected.
I've heard some big names say it wrong as well. For example, they're like, come on. 1, 2, 6, and 10.
How about Sherelle Nealon? Everybody calls her Cheryl. It's Sherelle. Brooke Richard.
Charity gets this one.
It's not Rich, it's Richard.
Fry on the board, and don't look now, but Penny Lane Hooligans have the lead. McKeever 7 fill on the strike. And now a 9 box. Just the 1 strike for Exeter Lanes.
Nikki Lynn Massahoff, Real Life now in Raymond, New Hampshire. 102 average, down from 107 last year. 110 at best year. High single 165. High triple 427. High 5 654.
It's my boy, and it's my boy Greg spotting the lemon drop next door. 4-pin or the 6-pin on the first ball.
Is it me, my boy? 261.
My boy.
A boy?
Or Massachusetts boy.
What's your name? Do I know you? Head Sergeant, hello. Mike Coombs, Greg Packman, Australia in the year 25-28 now.
Fry gets good count, 7.
I was going to see Rebecca Graham.
1, 2, 7. Outside gone. Charity Fry back to back, and the Hooligans off to a great start.
Charity Fry, Noah's Ark, 2 9s, 2 spares, 2 of a kind for the one of a kind person. For Noah's Ark, she should be 2 of a kind.
McKeever simple out here. Not May, though. It's an 8 box.
4-4-4, 44 through 4 here in this first match of 3. The final 3 qualifying rounds. The players are later on a separate broadcast. Important you subscribe free on YouTube to Candlepin Bowling Network. And please hit the bell icon so you don't forget when we're live for the playoffs or the Friday Night Pro League game of the week starting September 4th.
You can always turn the bell off later, but definitely do it right now. Again, if you're logged into YouTube. That'll really help you out. We recommend YouTube for the best viewing experience, and hopefully it's a little better today. I saw some blurriness yesterday. That was on my side, nothing. 1710 has been amazing.
Sliced Pizza and Wings open here for business today. Usually they close Sunday during the summertime, but they have some great food here and plenty to drink.
Atherton had a gettable one here. That's a lot of pins, if nothing else. It's Rossi with the mark. Coming back on the 1-3-7.
27 the ball through 3.
Exeter will take that. Penny Lane next to Bangor Brewer Lanes.
Hey, Mario, you're in charge of
in Bangor, Maine.
All right? You're in charge of collecting lemon drops.
Exeter Lanes naturally in Exeter, New Hampshire. Atherton completes the 10. Penny Lane by 1 mark now.
Mario, make it 2.
Remember to keep an eye on the yellow marks to the side of the scoreboard. That will put the lead in context, even though in this case it's ball aside. So Rossi will fill hers first. It might give Exeter a temporary lead, but then remember Charity Fry's got 1 too. Atherton into the 3-6. Spilling pins again. This wood could take it all. Rossi to load. Just short of the head pin, it's 5. Surprising here, but we've seen big teams fall behind early and then find a way to pick it up late. They know they have the high averages on paper, but it's Atherton making the mark now. Opposite none. And now a third Penny Lane hooligan with a mark.
And 2 spares to none on their side right now. As Rossi at 10, 42 through 4. And look at this, it's 142-140. Penny Lane has the 2-pin lead plus 2 bonus balls.
Yeah, it's a 2-ball lead that's most important right now.
Now, sometimes there's a mental lapse done on purpose. You know you're undefeated. You're playing a team that's not as high in the standings. There's a mental. It happens in sports all the time. You never know.
We see the averages, or we've heard the averages anyway.
Here's Laura.
Nobody over 100 average, but nobody over 100 average on Penny Lane. Exeter is 3 on the roster right now. Well, 4 overall.
Laura's high singles 144. Back to Greg.
Will there be a desperation point where Madison realizes, uh-oh, I better put myself in? 7-pinner, not going to go for Weber. Good effort. 5, 6, and 10. Usually Corey Smith calls leave similar to this, the setback. The wood's kind of angled in this case. Will that change the complexion of the shot? And 5, 6, 10 remains.
Thank you, Mike, for asking. Thanks for asking.
Third ball not made. Haradon can pick up 2. Wood, and again, a surprising shot here. 7 boxes aside.
Lover was born in Mesa, Arizona, now in Woodland, Maine. She was an all-play film entertainment center in Belfast, Maine. Just out the door here. Take her right out the door at 1710 Sports in Augusta, Maine. 45 minutes down the road, all the way to the end, Route 3. Take a left. It's right down the road there on the right. All-play film entertainment center in Belfast, Maine. And Double D's Dairy Cup ice cream. You'll love it.
This Exeter team has to be spoiled. They get stumped when the third ball gets away, but 60 feet down the lane. I know it only looks easier because we got the lofty cameras here.
All play has 8-lane synthetic house with plenty of pool tables and plenty of arcades for the family and friends and the kids and the grown-ups.
Might as well play the pinball here as well. 5, 6, 10. Weber's got the side wood. Everybody on Penny Lane has a mark. Haradon, these diamonds are not easy. Missed the object in this case, but even if she had, they only go about 1 in 4 times overall, even for the best of the best. 3, 6. There's the check, 10 box. And we see that Penny Lanes is up by 3 balls in hand. And that's what I'm talking about as we see the marks next to Fry, Atherton, and Weber's names bottom left of your screen as well. That's the big key right now. 5 marks to 2 for Penny Lane hooligans. 4 boxes down, 6 to go. Exeter Lanes knows they have plenty of firepower to change the complexion. And Alana Brown has a strike to try to turn the tide down those 3 marks. Amaro, the only one hanged in the violent parlance of our game, by not getting a mark in the 4th frame where all her teammates did. They don't use CompuScore here at Augusta, though. They use the new Cubica system, which helps makes the scoring updates in-house and the standings updates for you folks as well much easier.
Stuff with Hall of Fame. I need to get that together, okay?
This is going to drop away, though, and that's a 5-box regardless. In this case, literally. Alana Brown picks up a strike and 5 pins. Brown head pin, force down, 9. Wood just missed it for the double. Amaro, 14.9, 12.6 now on the speed gun. The 1, 2, 6, and 10. That's miles per hour, obviously. And, single just got away. Brown, though, with a 19 box, we now know. And trying again, trying to place it in that pocket. Gets off the wood. Now it scoots away, and this will complicate the 3rd ball, against which Brown posts 10.
64-6. First of 3 qualifying rounds before the playoffs in a separate broadcast today.
Still Penny Lanes has the lead. That's a fair pin for an 8-box.
55-6. As Evan Riva and Chip Carson, Bangor Brule just gave $88 a donation bucket for Candlepins For Cancer. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Every dollar helps the family going through cancer treatments. $128,500 paid out so far. Our proud sponsor, $2,000 sponsorship to the prize fund this event. The ladies' 33rd annual international tournament. Candlepins number 4, cancer.com to donate via Venmo. You can send a check. The address on the website, candlepinsforcancer.com.
Thank you, Bangor Brewer Lanes, for all your help. Candlepins number 4, cancer.com. 2-1 split for both. McKeever, this wood's not terribly helpful. Sorry. And a 2-pinner here on the side. Fry has a 7-fill.
McKeever 9, 53 half.
And a 9 opposite that one.
Sheriff, a good start. How about 61? Who is this gal? Cole who? Cole's awesome. Cole's one of the best bowlers in Maine.
And has made the men's team's international final before.
He won the Maine Open Eliminations against Chris Mellon. Chris beat him the year after.
Called ICC, the International Candlepin Championships.
The Apple Pie Log Bowl, we call it. Stars and Strikes, South Paris, Maine.
Diamond goes away. Fry's got her head pin, but too bad. It's the 6-7-10.
Penny Lane Hooligans not backing down. The undefeated Exeter Lanes, defending champions.
They lead by 1 mark now. Pins were gained in droves by Brown just now. McKeever will not mark, but gets a good second ball on it.
Bob Kelly, don't worry. We probably have Madison during the playoffs, more than likely. The coverage, if it works out.
Michelle Atherton consulting on this shot. Here it comes. 6-pin punched full. Wood didn't seem terribly helpful to my eye either. Nikki gets an 8-box, so Charity Fry can go ahead. Above the blue line, it's good for 10.
Mike Coombs fixing bowling balls. I'm watching bowling on a Sunday morning. Hello. Greg Peck in Australia. Hey, it's not 11 p.m. in Australia. It's first of all, it's not Sunday. It's always Wednesday. It's always like 4 days ahead of us, Australia. You're way off of the time zone.
Being from Queensland, of course, he's literally correct.
Good to see Jim Lazinski as always.
My name is Greg, and I'm Mr. Literal. And it would literally help if you folks hit the like button if you're logged into the platform of choice. Thank you very much for watching.
Ed Sargent watching also from Butwell's Bowling Center, Concord, Hampshire.
That simple step will allow us to reach more folks as well. Greatly appreciate it. Already 150 of you logged in.
Awesome. Sorry, Greg. One of the many roll-offs, 5 local roll-offs, Butwell's Bowling Center, Concord, New Hampshire. In November, Riverwalk Lanes, November and October, to be Big 20. Rollaway Lanes,
Rossi, a 9-drop.
And Ryan's Millis, and also November 29th in Big 20 in Scarborough, Maine. Go to Candlepins number 4, cancer.com. Scratch open roll-offs, the top 5 live show. Based on 150 bowlers, $10,000 prize fund for 5 bowlers.
Atherton just a 4-fill. Penny Lane should still have the lead with Weber's ball in hand. Single pin gets away for Exeter. The defending champions, Exeter. Atherton spilling out the 9, the 8, the 5 as well. Rossi connects this time around.
That's a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. Not a good time for that. Put a buck in, Sonja.
Michelle yields right of way to her left, as it were.
Hey, Cindy. PGS.
That's Cheryl Gooding in camera shot over on lane PGS. 7, a multi-time champion herself.
Special. Put a buck in.
2-7, that'll be a 9-box for Atherton, 50 half. Still Laura Weber's mark stands. You see the yellow Canadian smudge and the number 1. That's 1 open mark for Hooligans to add on. And as it stands, retake the lead. So they likely do have the advantage at this stage. But Exeter has the firepower, and Rossi strikes.
And like Nikki McKeever missed that single pin for, he got the PGS right back with the strike herself.
Here we go, 1 and 9.
They'll give her a sparkle.
Michelle can take this down. Head pin, it looks wired to me. Oh, never mind. Wood didn't snap back. Unfortunately, the pins didn't like the way they were contacted, and that's how it goes. That's the thing. If the pins aren't snap through. They have the tendency to just float and get away from you like that.
Exeter Lanes has a 3-pin lead, 1 mark for each side, but Penny Lane Hooligans hanging in there. Major underdogs in this match. They don't care. They're out to bowl and have fun. They're trying to win too.
Plus, there's high single money. What the heck? Deanna Bisbee's 124 yesterday actually was the high single in string 16. This is match 17 of 19. Remaining round-robin matches here, and then playoffs on a separate stream, so please subscribe and hit the bell icon on YouTube. Haradon, 1, 2, 4, and 8. Binary bits. Laura Weber, spare fill on the head pin. It's 7. Does her job, Penny Lane. Now opposed by the strike from Rossi. Exeter Lanes may have taken it back. This can go, and Cindy Haradon has it. A spare.
She's like, that's what a spare looks like?
And now everybody has a mark across the board. Weber spare not made. Curious if the 2-pin would have taken it. Thank you for pressing the button.
Nikki.
And the 2-pinner for
Nikki. That's what
on the back pin for a $9.
Like, huh?
$236, but now opposed by 2 marks from Exeter Lanes. Scott's Woodworking in second place with 26 points. That's 3 victories back of Exeter Lanes. And then 22 points for that's 5 victories back for all of RBF Gals, High Rollers, Huff Power Sports, and Sioux Crew in that order. Tie broken by pinfall in that order.
Only 1 and 2 will be a run for tie for point, which is not likely now.
7 Phil Haradon, 137's gettable. 1-3-10.
Would be a 1 string, but not likely. Exeter Lanes ties or wins 1 string of Scott Woodworking ties or loses.
Good. Spare for Haradon. Exeter Lanes grows this lead.
Back-to-back, 63 in the ball through 6. Exeter's starting to hit their stride now.
Exeter also has the high team single 488.
Laura Weber 6:57.5 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Greg with the update.
Here it is, 5 marks now to 6. Exeter has overtaken the mark lead with 4 in the last 8 boxes in that last visit, all unopposed, and now the script has flipped. As we go to the decision point, will all bowlers stay in to this point? You can substitute before box 7 and not on a mark. So Rossi and Haradon are committed. You want this?
Yep. Anamero on 6. 2 in the 8. Here's Alana Brown, head pin hit, 3-2 split. On Hudson, New Hampshire. Academy Lanes are home house, pub 125, Haverhill, Mass. 25 years young, going for about 22 years or so. Oreo cookie, Oreo cake, still the middle, cream stuff on the outside. Lana won the 2023 and 2025 Ladies Internationals. Extra mixed doubles in 2025 with Sean Baker, the future Hall of Famer, next year's Hall of Fame nominee, nominated by Kim Baker, Chicha Rose in 2024, and many others.
Sonja Rossi made the final of that with Joey Lister, prevailed by Sonia Johnson and Aaron St. Cyr.
Alana wins that box 7-6. She's at 71, ends 10 less.
Yellow for head pin hits, red for head pin splits, the way we notate it.
New Hampshire State, she's won the mixed doubles we mentioned, 25. Women's teams 2024, mixed teams 2023. Mass State Championships, women's doubles 2025, mixed doubles 2024. Women's teams 24-25, mixed teams 2024. We mentioned earlier the Pro Series title this year, 2026.
Triangle. Sorry.
Now high singles 178, peak average 112. High triple 404, high 5 662. Alana Brown. So excellent numbers. Anamero, the senior from Maine. We'll see her maybe on September 16th. As Alana Brown connects for a spare. 81 on the ball through 8. We'll see Anamero maybe that Wednesday, September 16th. The senior state season kickoff from Westport Bowling Lanes in Westbrook, Maine. Live coverage after 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Candlepin Bowling Network and YouTube. It's an honor and a privilege to cover all the class of bowlers and the seniors as well.
It's a game for everyone.
And 7 slowing down, 68 through 8. Had that spare 9 in the third. And now things going in Exeter Lane's way. They're up 12 with 3 marks to none to add to their lead. Here's Charity Fry. Good start, 71 through 6. It's a good ball. It's 7. The middle pin is the object. That's the 3. Left is the queen. For the ladies, the 5. There's a king. There's a queen. As Greg would say, there's a king. There's a queen. Making fun of me. And 6 to the right. Rightfully so.
Tee.
Missed that chance. McKeever on the eagle. Charity at 8, 79 through 7. First of 3 qualifying rounds to wrap up the 19-match, 20-team competition before the playoffs on a separate broadcast today, this afternoon. Nikki is 7, 68 through 7. Check out the documentary, No Questions Asked, a touching tribute to Candlepins For Cancer. It's only 25 minutes long. Watch it through the credits also. There's talking through that as well. Check out No Questions Asked. Click on the link on the website, Candlepins4Cancer.com. Candlepins4Cancer.com. No Questions Asked. Fry 9. Is that Cole Fry up there?
If I tried to bend like Cole Fry, I'd fall over.
Cole's an explosive, dangerous bowler. Charity missed the chance there.
She definitely has some lean in her delivery, though.
Way off for Nikki McKeever on the diamond.
Want to shout out our other streamers, the TikTok ladies, of course, covering the ladies, and Between the Two Beers, Western Mass, and, of course, Tony Levesque, the Magic Man. Tony the Magic Man on TikTok, and Tony9012 on YouTube, if I understand correctly.
Jerry from Frankfurt, Maine, 95 average or so, high single 147, close to 3 decades of Candlepin bowling. 8 Sawai with a 9, 88, 888, 88 rake it, 88 through 8. McKeever 77 after the 9 through 8.
Scores confirmed, 283 to 272. Exeter Lanes now in their more familiar dominant position.
Michelle trying to spark her team to come back now.
We now know Madison Riva will not take to the lanes in this match. Everyone remaining on Exeter has a mark.
Sonja Rossi, parallel time like dark shadows.
Odds are good. We'll see her later, though, just like we saw her in the singles in the semifinals.
Sonja's peak average for a full season, 114. Spare on strike. After the PGS, could have had 3 in a row. It's 2 in a row. 72 through 6, 82 in the ball through 7. Trying to cement number 1. Atherton, nice pickup for a 10. 69 through 7 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Sneaky good by Rossi, especially on the strike fill. Sure, there were pieces there, but we've seen a lot of bowlers get foiled by that wood instead. It probably would have ended up with lesser strike fills.
Men's World Championships on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube and Facebook, November 2nd to November 8th at Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Haverhill, Mass. Check it out. Subscribe free at the bell icon for live notifications. Candlepin Bowling Network for all class of bowlers, all the time, everywhere, and we know everywhere. Over 3,000 videos, semi-pro to pro action, over 6,300 subscribers. Join in for free. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Only 2 for the fill for Rossi, 84 through 7. They have the lead.
Atherton just the 1-7 box at this point.
Good bid. Not much to show for that one. Sonja has a 175 high single. The ladies get a 175 this weekend. They get $200 from Candlepins For Cancer. 501c3 charity sponsoring $2,000 event plus bonus money up to 5 for a perfect string of 10 spares and strikes, $100 each.
The equivalent of the 200 high single pool for the men.
Yep, that which we call it, Brown got from Canada. Mike Brown got from Canada. Michelle gains 9 to 8 there. She's at 78. Sonja's at 92. And Exeter rolling right now. Slightly, 313 to 291. The lead is 22 plus 2 extra spare fills.
16 pins of this lead. The pinning, of course, Exeter Lanes with more marks, the primary driver of scores. We've seen 1, maybe 2 matches that have gotten reversed by the pinning, though. You neglect the third ball at your own peril.
Hey, PGS, put a bucket, PGS. Here's Laura Weber, 5. Haradon, 2 full, clip-wing eagle. That's on a bonus, 68 through 6. Rough. Weber didn't miss by much. Her and Dave Weber, the Save All Play fundraiser about a year and a half ago, they won money and they gave it all back to the Save All Play fundraiser, which kept the business afloat. So thank you, Laura and David Weber, for your hearts. Always generous to Candlepins For Cancer and to All Play in Belfast, Maine. 8 Lane Synthetics since 2014. Check it out.
Five-pinner not contacted either second or third balls. Haradon can gain again.
All right, tough one there. Things are getting out of hand now for the Hooligans in a sense. They're in trouble now. Cindy at 8, 76. Laura the 5, 62 through 7. Laura, two-time state championship winner in doubles.
I think
Dave Weber in a team state.
I think if it was the first match of the day, those planks get drilled all the time by both sides. It's match 17 in this third day of teams competitions. Some did the singles on Thursday. You can tell fatigue might be playing a factor here.
Haradon just missed right. 1, 2, 4, wobbly 7 to 10. Same thing for Laura Weber. Laura and her husband David enjoy fishing. Laura also likes to camp, hike, and write. Her favorite bowling, she says, bowling with her sons. Anytime she can.
Awesome.
That's a good mom. 55 years young. And 8, 70 through 8. Haradon, head pin for 9, 85 through 8. Greg, play-by-play, wraps up the first ring.
3 extra strikes for Exeter lanes. The difference unmarked. Pinning also lopsidedly in their favor as well. Tubular Craig, nice to see you. One question, blue stripe on the pins? Yeah, I like it, don't you?
I want psychedelic stripes, like
well,
Xerox.
Well, maybe during glow bowling it might end up that way as Alana Brown fills this spare with 2, I'm afraid. Now, apparently someone asked, do the pins come that way? No, they restriped it that way. Did the carriers? What do you folks think about the change? Didn't mean to sound so dogmatic there, but for me, it's a refreshing novelty. Gives each center its own little trademark there. Pin still available on the third ball, even though the mark gets away. Exeter lanes, you can see with a lopsided advantage despite that 7 box. Towards the cluster, that break towards the right is exactly what Amaro wanted there, and that is going to gain more, please. You're hit 2, 10 pin, come on. Brutal, 9 box. +2 to the Hooligans.
Next match, Bright Clean Windows versus Stronger Together. A middle match of 3 before the playoffs today on Candlepin Bowling Network. Stronger Together in the hunt for a playoff on the edge right now. That's an important matchup. Our last match pending playoff implications, either be Sioux Crew and RBF Gals in the playoffs as of now, or Bright Clean Windows again versus Riverwalk. Riverwalk, that 9th seed coming in. So that if they're on the bubble, we may cover them instead.
5 pins to 6. Glad you like the head pin chart there as well. Head pins are currently 19 to 11 in favor of Exeter lanes. That's adding up quick. Brown misses the front 2.
Ian Amaro from Old Town Bowling Center. Clark Cardamino's great house in Old Town, Maine. Hosts the state championship. Was that Mark Hollywood Smith won his first open eliminations title. Mark, very stoic. It was broke down that day. He just really wanted that so bad. Good for him. He had an 86 state average, 89 at best year. High single, 128 recently. Only bowling about 8-9 years, though. That's pretty good.
Gregory, you get 3 balls at Candlepin. There we go.
A friend got involved. She won a 9-pin best box tournament in the
22-23
season. And for hobby, enjoys gardening, boating, sewing, and painting.
Alana Brown makes it to 100.
They have a commanding lead, 33, with no marks on the board. It's going to take a lot for the Penny Lane, who's really giving a battle early on, to pull this off. And Exeter Lane's on the cusp of clinching number 1 with 2 matches to go, which probably means a lot of substitutes and some rest.
Oh, what a great shot that is. A 3-in-1 conversion by McKeever. Likely to go over average now, and Fry with the response to send her hurtling towards triple digits.
Charity at Bank of Brewer Lanes in Brewer, Maine. 95 league average. Looking pretty good, isn't she? 98 the ball in the 9th.
For Fry's case, it was a beautiful wall shot from McKeever. Straight cut across. Exeter lanes with a commanding lead, but this fill is only 5. Too bad. McKeever got her head pin. It outfills 3 on the opposite side.
Over average, 101 in the 9th. Good for her.
2 and 3 split, cutting less into more. Maybe got just the wooden back. So possible gainer here for the Hooligans. Headpin's a good one. 3 tipped the wrong way.
Nikki's high single 165. So both the Linway and Lynn Mass East bowl there. It is in Salem, Mass. So won't you a 6?
Split not followed up on +5 to Fry for 111.
Nikki won the Women's Internationals 2023 and last year 2025 for Exeter. And Cherry, nice string, 111.
I thought so too.
Let's interview her.
I got the microphone transmitters working if you want.
Hey, Charity.
Bad time for that.
I always try to bait her for interviews.
They're in the zone down there. Pit is the sacred space for the bowlers. They just said we can't go in there. Didn't say we could yell at it. Couldn't yell at it. Interestingly, is there a rule against shouting advice to the bowlers from the spectator stands? I assume it's just frowned upon, but one wonders.
All in good fun.
Flag finally goes. That was a perfectly fine ball by Atherton, and she gets her mark.
Exeter underperformed by their standards, but they have the lead on their way to winning the #1 seed.
We were talking with some of the women as well, and they said, you know, it's nice to have some of the boys down there in the pits, but if the roles were reversed, the men would not let us down there whatsoever.
Breaking news, we got a special treat. We got Charity Fry. I'd have to twist her arm this time to interview with us. How you doing, Charity?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You both look like your son, Cole Fry, there a little bit at times.
He doesn't get his bowling from me.
No, but you bowl like him in a sense. Some good shots there.
I
111's pretty good.
I tried. Yeah. I didn't want any lemon drops.
Oh, there's a banana split. Where's Casey McCool? Lakeside Lanes, always hungry and growling. You do a growl? That's only the Budweiser frogs.
Coming up with new growls is hard. Trust me, Charity.
Yeah, the funny thing is I don't know if you know, I actually am online and sell online, but for some reason I don't really particularly care for being on this.
Your team's doing really well against this #1 team. Pretty good. You held your own early on.
Yeah, we're trying. We're just having fun. That's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
It's nothing else.
Is there a broadcast career in the future for you?
No.
So I wanted to ask something. So Cole, of course, went on the Candlepin for Kids and Candlepin New Gen show. Who was more motivated to get him on there? Did he say, like, you know, I want to be on TV, even though I've heard what you've mentioned? And does he like the limelight more?
Didn't really like the limelight. He just wanted to bowl with kids that were better than him.
Sonja Rossi, 106. Michelle Atherton, 104. 2 blocks to go. Talking to the great, sweet Charity Fry.
Yeah. So he ended up, I mean, Josh is one of his best friends. So
Josh Daly.
Yep. And yesterday I got, the guys were walking by like, hi, Cole's mom. I'm like, yeah, Cole's mom.
Not terribly charitable, as it were.
No. I'm just Cole's mom.
Boom, 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 boom. Wow.
Yeah, I deserve that.
So
Final 2 boxes here.
I'm sure he's watching, considering his best friends.
Are you going to bowl in the main
team.
states this year? Main states this year at all?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
You're too good, huh?
No. I bowl one night a week. That's enough.
You bowl in Bangaroo Lanes?
Yes.
Yeah.
One other question. Do you know if this match is being streamed over at Penny Lane Bar and Grill right this moment?
They're closed this morning, so no.
That's true.
And Evan's here.
Maddie and Evan's here. Who could possibly be manning the counter? 10 and 9.
Well, good luck the rest of the way. Thanks for taking time out.
Always.
Thanks for letting me not twist your arm for the first time.
Oh, I told my husband as soon as I got done that Paul would want me, and here I am.
Please don't twist her arm. There's 2 matches remaining. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, guys.
Thank you, Cherry. Always good
You
to
can
talk
just set
to you.
that down there, and that's excellent. Last box here, Exeter Lanes with the probable victory. Atherton and Fry with marks, and McKeever had it too. There was some pinning there. I mean, for the 3-box run there between McKeever and Rossi, there was 5, 7, and 7. So the pinning gap closed up a bit, but as is Exeter Lanes, proving marks the primary driver of scores. Laura Weber, a great shot here, but it is all over. Now Exeter Lanes with a mathematical victory, only with that ball.
And they clinched the #1 seed, which means they'll take on the 8th seed in the first round of the playoffs. They are brackets, just so you know. So the winner of the 1-8 would play the winner of the 4-5 bracket. The 2-7 would play the winner of the 3-6 bracket in the semifinals.
Exactly. Not reseeded between rounds. This is it here. Pinning doesn't matter too much, of course. Pinfall could matter for ties, but we now know Exeter Lanes can coast to victory here with 2 matches to go. And then, of course, we'll go back to 0 for playoffs. Exeter Lanes are defending champions, were not #1 seeds when they clinched. They also were wearing Navy shirts when they clinched. Ooh, who's superstitious? We'll see if they're pretty in purple. 10 versus 5. Laura Weber +5, but not enough. 9 marks to 7 creates a 14-pin victory for Exeter Lanes, in addition to the 5 pins in pinning.
Stay for our next match. Bright Clean Windows, brightcleanwindows.com, a sponsor of this tournament, takes on Stronger Together on the edge for a playoff spot. Our second of 3 qualifying rounds before the separate broadcast for the playoffs later on today on YouTube on Candlepin Bowling Network from the 1710 Sports in Augusta, Maine, and Slice Pizza and Wings.
23 head pins to 14 as well for Exeter Lanes, so you see it there. All the splits holding them back as well, and pinning was tough. Tougher than usual for them. But nonetheless, Charity Fry 111 proves to be the top scorer among all the 8. But a balanced offense from Exeter Lanes gets the job done and gets them over 400. And we will be right back with match 18 of 19. Peeking around here, is anyone further back? I believe the most anyone is behind is 6 boxes, so I think that will be that. Once we are set there, we will have the action for you. So please stay tuned. The remaining 2 matches will be on the stream. Thank you for indulging my rambling. Be right back. Hi, everybody. As we get set for the penultimate round-robin match, after the anti-penultimate match, match 17, we have the standings. Obviously, we just saw Exeter Lanes go to an unassailable 34-0 and are now certainly the first seed, sparing us a rather superfluous one-string tiebreaker for first place. 28-6 for Scott's Woodworking. They are technically not quite clear of RBF Gals or Huff Power Sports on 24 points. That's 2 victories worth. But we have 2 matches remaining, and with pinfall in hand, actually, I would say Scott's Woodworking is fairly safe for that second place. RBF Gals and Huff Power Sports on 24 points, as I mentioned, that's 3rd and 4th. In 5th through 8th is High Rollers, Stronger Together, Riverwalk, and Sioux Crew in order of pinfall. Mimi's Ladies is now on the wrong side of the bubble. Lakeside Lanes still with some chance of overtaking that total. It's on 17 points after they got a tie at one point against Academy. Lakeside Lanes in 10th place on 17 points. Actually, no, I'm afraid that is it, actually. 17 points cannot catch 22 with 2 matches to go. So Mimi's Ladies is the only team that can stop us from having an 8-team playoffs of Exeter Lanes, Scott's Woodworking, RBF Gals, Huff Power Sports, High Rollers, Stronger Together, Riverwalk, and Sioux Crew.
Is Riverwalk in 7th now? That win?
Riverwalk is in 7th place right now.
We could see a match a flex schedule.
Yeah. The problem now, Mimi's Ladies with 20 points actually has a higher pinfall currently than 3 of the teams with 22 points. So if any of Stronger Together, Riverwalk, or Sioux Crew lose and Mimi's Ladies overtake them, that could still happen. So Stronger Together in front of us here really want to make sure of this victory here.
But Bright Clean Windows just had an upset in their match also. So we'll see. Could they play spoiler? Jack Southall, Megan Harlow, Caitlin, Zaleski, and Ari Beaupre.
Bright Clean Windows 438 over 399. So unfortunately, High Rollers is Canada's last stand. In this particular case, actually untrue. Huff Power Sports has Katrina Campbell. There's 2 teams with Canadian presence at this moment in time. I got to take a photo. Nico Buhar, are you awake? Otherwise, I would be very happy to send this on your behalf.
I'm probably at church right now, St. Louis, Missouri.
In which case, I might just do it myself.
Send to Nico anyway.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Tasha
Maybe
May,
someone
hello.
else.
We got other people watching it. Dale Nickerson, great to see you from Presque Isle, Maine. Why the blue pin stripes? I don't know. They just did it. Wendy Frazier, great to see you. Tom Wallace, good morning. Is it Ma Boy? Is that how you say it? Ma Boy? Yeah. Tubular Craig, hello.
Stronger Together did beat Mimi's Ladies, so that was a key matchup there. That's allowed them.
Sean Sears watching. Say hi, Sean.
Thank you, Sean Sears, for the tip on that. So, indeed, that has Mimi's Ladies on the wrong side. So, a key matchup here for our 6th place Stronger Together team. And Bright Clean Windows perfectly capable of playing spoiler.
Hope to see Sean Sears, the Rollaway Lanes Roll-Offs, Candlepins For Cancer, 5 local regional roll-offs, October 10th and 11th at high-flying Rollaway Lanes in Ware, Mass. Register Candlepins number 4, cancer.com, candlepins4cancer.com. Rollaway Lanes, Ware, Mass, the first of many roll-offs. October 10th, October 11th, Columbus Day weekend. Live coverage on YouTube on Candlepin Bowling Network. Greg has the
Shannon LaPlante tips over the 10-pin, and Caitlin Zaleski opposite for Bright Clean Windows, one of the event sponsors. Zaleski offline here, 1, 3, 8, 9, and 10. Being on one of the front 3 pins, of course, not a bad ball at all. But this head pin hit turns into a mark with the Scorpion Tail, and LaPlante gets Stronger Together's first mark.
Jumbo Shrimp Tail.
Sure. Zaleski head pin, 9-10.
Lobster Tail.
Just a moment. Let me get my graphics situated here.
Awesome, Sean. Good to have you. Tell the people out there in Western Mass, come on down, sign up.
Joe Ringer's here, one of the 2 beards.
From Western Mass.
Between the single beard. No, between the 2 beards here.
With one single beard streaming.
Along with the TikTok ladies and with Tony Levesque. We're Candlepin Bowling Network. My name is Greg Gouillart, and I'm alongside Paul Grant.
Howdy.
Second to last matchup here in this round robin, with playoffs to come on a separate stream here on Facebook and YouTube, Candlepin Bowling Network, which I understand will be down on this side, so we shouldn't get blindsided. Worst case will be is a skew, but selfishly we'll lobby for 5 and 6. For you fine folks, we'll see. LaPlante just fills 4 on this one. Zaleski head pin, too bad. 6, 7, 10. Nice to see you, Bill. LaPlante just wide, decent out available here. Caitlin, let's see if her ball gets across here. 17.5 at the end of the lane. Shannon LaPlante, 20.9.
Excellent. 34-0, clinch number 1 last match.
Good second ball. Eight box for Shannon LaPlante. Trying to find averages.
Scott's Woodworking clinch number 2 with a tie, a winner, lost by RBF Gals or Huff Power Sports.
Pinfall is pretty solidly in their favor. They may have a de facto second place clinch, but either way, highly probable.
RBF Gals won it 2 years ago as the 8th seed when the top 4 seeds lost. They in the finals as a 6th seed last year, losing number 3 seed, now defending champions Exeter Lanes.
Megan Harlow and Kim Baker. Kim Baker's successful fight against cancer, the namesake, for a team stronger together.
And Greg, it's crazy how the standings work. Sioux Crew won last match yesterday with 3rd, losing last match yesterday, and today they dropped to 8th.
I think the team's done very well. I think Sioux Crew have a lot to be proud of either way, regardless of the outcome.
Yes.
4, 6, and 10.
They've done well, though.
4 horsemen left side for Baker. And yes, 4 horsemen go. And the first and second marks of the game go to Stronger Together.
Oh, it's Bill Poland. Okay, hi, Bill. How you doing? Good to see you from Mainspring, Mass. Ronald Pelletier, always a pleasure to see you.
Bill. Always a pleasure.
So we missed it. Greg mentioned earlier, Excellence clinch number 1, 34-0. Scott's Woodworking 28-6. RBF Gals, Huff Power Sports, each 24-10. Tiebreak goes to RBF Gals by pinfall right now. High Rollers Stronger Together here. Riverwalk and Sioux Crew all 22-12. A lot on the line. Those are the top 8 right now. Lakeside Lanes has rallied all of a sudden to 10th. Mimi's leads right now is 9th, like Greg's on the outside looking in.
Lakeside will not make it, unfortunately, mathematically at this point, but a great run by them, and I hope they win out anyway.
That's right, they cannot make it.
It's 2-5.
Like you said, Mimi's leads, although you said the 9th, like you said, Greg, pinfall has them a chance to get them in if they win outright.
2-pinner. Oh, my goodness gracious. Of all the ways for a 2-pinner not to go, shades of her dearest Scott Perry making the 4 horsemen nowhere near her object. This time Megan gets her object and gets not the action she's after. She does pick up 2. Let's
Bright,
this.
Greg, first match today, Bright Clean Windows had the high scratch game, 438. Lakeside Lang Diggers had 436 in the win. Scott's Woodworking, 426. Excuse me, yeah, that was, let me just double check that. Yeah, that's right. And then
I'm remarking on the replay,
overall, Excellence 488 team high. Scott's Woodworking 478. Stronger Together here, 462, the 3rd highest team score. Singles, Madison Riva 161, Jenna Ward 152, Amanda Carroll 149.
At pin, D'Agostino strikes. Beaupre with a powerful ball as well, but leaves the 5. Mark could be just as good in response. 22 miles an hour on that strike at the end of the lane. 26 for Beaupre, who collects the spin. I'll do the averages next pass at this point. Trisha D'Agostino, her daughter Bella won the ladies 320 triples we held at Millis recently for Candlepins for Cancer. Broadcast here on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Hashtag good to be better than Trish. Well, Trish is going back into it. Watch out for Trish next year. Should be a lot better.
Thanks again, Dave Peterson, Maurice Perry, and numerous others who helped make that a success, including my help with tournament direction. 5 fill for Beaupre. D'Agostino still could get a 10 fill. Excuse me for not putting it on the board. That's a strike on the board. Obviously, 10 plus the value of the next 2 balls is what it should be.
plus a square root of 64.
And yes! Well played on the wood. A 20 box to start. For Trisha, Ari's got just the 10. Bright Clean Windows, like Candlepins for Cancer, are a sponsor of this event. Thank you, Sherelle Nealand.
BrightCleanWindows.com, the website for business, residential, window cleaning needs. BrightCleanWindows.com. That's Bright, B-R-I-G-H-T, Clean, C-L-E-A-N. BrightCleanWindows.com. They do a great job.
As you see it on your screen, spelled the way it would be in plain English. Not like Clean X, not like that. Bright Clean Windows.
BCW.
Lori Rossetti.
Candlepin King watching.
That's Kevin Burns. Nice to see you.
I forget all these names all the time.
You,
how come that's called
your brain's just straight breaks with usernames. Welcome to the internet. Four horsemen each, maybe, if Rossetti's wood will cooperate. That bounce at the line.
At the Jessica, I saw a lemon drop on lane 7. It's $7 you owe.
Just wide. Southall. Headpin gets run down. The four horsemen go. And a second mark now for Bright Clean Windows, bottom of the order. Opposite 9.
Bright Clean trying to play spoilers. They're 12 and 22 coming in. Stronger Together has moved into 6th at 22 and 12 with a bunch tied up.
Get him started.
Carol from Arizona, good morning to you.
Another French name, Greg. How do you say it? Is it Berthaud?
Yeah, pretty good effort.
Did I say it wrong?
No.
David Gowan, hello from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Mr. 5 and from Nebs.
Honestly, pretty good. Rossetti goes spread eagle on the first ball. Southall Sparefill is 9.
Her son Ryan is overhaul Southall. I call it underhaul Southall. One's over, one's under.
Well, Southall takes the over on this count. Stronger Together lead by the ball in hand. You see the yellow number to the side of the scoreboard here. Excellent second ball by Rossetti. The chance for 10 against the Eagle. The dreaded spread. Southall at a single gets away. So Stronger Together maintain their advantage. Otherwise, that could have tied it up. A fine 9 all told.
Is that correct? That means the Hurricanes have been eliminated also by losing the last couple of matches, including today. Virtual deciding Hurricanes have been eliminated. If I'm not mistaken, right?
That's exactly right. Mimi's Ladies is the only team outside the top 8 that still could shake it up. 4 marks to 2 for Stronger Together, pinning just about even. Trisha D'Agostino on a spare. That explains the graphics on your screen.
So there's a possibility, Greg, we could see 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th not make one of those teams not make the playoffs. But 8 of the 9 certainly are in. It's a fight for one more spot. Who will it be? The playoffs on separate broadcasts later on. Back to the top of the order. Caitlin Zaleski, very underrated bowler. Down year for her, 108 a couple years ago, 102 this last year. Shannon LaPlante on lane 5. Wood to help by the 6'10", double wood. So to try and bounce it over somehow. It's a good try. Didn't miss by much. No, object of 3. LaPlante for a spare. Missed, not by much. Close call.
All right, break the ice.
Blundered plank, I'm afraid, but there you go. LaPlante has a 91 average. Caitlin Zaleski a 96 average coming into today.
Good putting Zaleski at 9. That's no good in the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh.
8 for LaPlante. 30 through 3. Zaleski at 3 9s, 27.
I'm less afraid now. That plank was not playable just anywhere. Excuse me. Greg Gouillart is wrong.
Very rarely wrong.
Cap. I apologize to Shannon profusely for my undue aspersions.
Zaleski, beautiful ball, but somehow just 5. And Canada's the bucket shot. LaPlante, good ball there. Tough one here. Right to left. 6 9 7. A plank to spin around.
Good morning. Bless you.
Owen Mark, good to see you.
I'm a stupid American, sorry. Jubena Katie. Great to see you, Owen. Thank you, as always, for uploading your league nights. A pleasure to watch. LaPlante, that's very distant wood. I'm not sure if it does any good. She's not even interested. She goes on the outside. That was the idea. Glance the 6 off the 9 into the 7.
Caitlin Zaleski takes a 9. 36 through 4. LaPlante, a pair of 8s. 38 through 4. Kim Baker, spare 3-7. Megan Harlow, 8-9, 17 through 2. It's one pin lead for Stronger Together on the left. Can they move up in the standings? They want to avoid the top teams as much as possible. But nothing goes according to plan the last couple years indeed. The 1, 2, 3, 4 2 years ago out in the first round. Last year, the 1, 2 did not make it to the finals. It was a 3-6 finals last year.
So High Roller, Stronger Together, Riverwalk, and Sioux Crew. Not sure if any of them are head-to-head from this point here. But if they win out, then Mimi's ladies cannot shake up the top 8.
I will check scores. And RBF Gals after a great start in their match against Together again.
Mimi's ladies is the most important one because they're the only ones who can cause a change in our playoff contestants.
Harlow inside the 1. Important match. They're Stronger Together. They need this victory. They win outright, they're in. Mimi's on the outside looking like Greg said. Baker, good ball, won't go. 6 middle, 9 left, 10 right. Carl looking at number 1. Takes it down. 27 through 3, 8, 9, 10 over Yahtzee small straight with a spare.
Viewer comment, LaPlante hit the head pin first ball in 4th box, should be yellow. I believe I have it as red because LaPlante split on that one. Red for head pin splits, in other words.
Baker at 9, 29 through 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network.
That appropriates Micah Imperado's notation. He actually has like yellow squares and red circles to denote head pins and head pin splits, in fact. This is just my way of, crunching it into the margins there so that the score sheet shines, but still being faithful to the color scheme of the future Atlantic Candlepin single store president.
Harlow drops the 6 down, flatten his face, staring at the 10, go right at it.
Thank you to our friends at True for double checking me. I do mess up head pin hits frequently, so thank you for being on top of that if anyone is so inclined.
Megan used the wood instead of the pin, that's why you go for the pin. I'm sure she was trying to.
But how have you gauged the intent? That probably might have been, and there was a guardrail there as well.
Buddy Laura, great to see you as always. Eric Thorstensen, hello again. Great support of Candlepin Bowling and Candlepins for Cancer, a 501c3 charity, proud sponsor, $2,000, biggest ever for this tournament. From $500 2 years ago to $1,000 last year to $2,000 this year. Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com. Please help out by going to Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com via Venmo or send the check. The address to send the check is on the website, Candlepins number 4, Cancer.com.
No worries, my friend. That's why I didn't want to name drop you either, because I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much.
Megan Harlow, Paul Grant special, missed the second, make the third. Never a good time for that. 10, 37 through 4. Baker is 7, just 36 through 4. And now Bright Clean Windows up by a field goal. 125, 122 with Tricia D'Agostino. The only mark on the board. 4 for the lead to get it back for Stronger Together in the hunt for a playoff spot.
Exactly, that 3-pin pickup for Harlow. Maybe we found a good time.
Ari Beaupre, spare 5-9, the sister of the tsunami, Keith Beaupre. Spins it literally left for just 4. Left hand, Tricia D'Agostino. Skirts it down, the crossover, 7, they take the lead. Strike, spare combo, 37 through 2. What a start for Dags. Beaupre, good shot, gone! Second out of 3, 34 on the ball through 3. Right back is Bright Clean Windows. D'Agostino for another one, gone again! 3 in a row, 47 on the ball through 3.
Insanely good to be on the front 3 marks.
The matching spares, the only 2 on the board. 139, 135, Stronger Together, up by 2 safeties, 4. You ever seen a football game 4-0? 2 safeties? I've seen 2-0 games.
I don't know if we've had that. If you've heard of scoregami, that tracks whether score lines have ever happened before.
Ari slips left, 8 the sleeper in back, 1-3-6 in front. The spare 4 brings a 40-3.
Credit to John Boys for the idea.
D'Agostino just missed the head pin. The post is the 10. 1-2-4-7 in front. The Rick Kimrelski special and Millis. 52-3. What a start. Beaupre, close to the 1.
Candlepin scoregami would be nuts. I don't know if the Candlepin Bowlers Association can archive scores that well.
Ari grimaces. She just missed the head pin. Can Daz get 4 in a row? It's a good ball. Here comes the 1. Hits the 7. Can he get to the 4? Hits it. Circles the boat. Won't go. That close.
Bright Clean Windows, by the way, Ari Beaupre a 101 average, Megan Harlow a 91 average. And for, 1 second here, Stronger Together, Trisha D'Agostino a 102 average, and Megan for Kim Baker, a 98 average.
Beaupre a 9, 49-4. Dags a 62 half with that 10. I'd rather 62 through 4. 62 through 4 with that 10. Pretty good. And almost got 4 in a row. Did I say better than Bella? Bella better than Trish? I owe Trish an apology. I said Bella's better than Trish. I take that back now. Good fun.
Jeanette Southall.
We tease it back and forth. Bella better than Trish. Now Trish better than Bella.
Excuse me a second. Jeanette Southall a 101 average. Stronger Together, Lori Rossetti a 104 average.
She's got 2 9s. Lori, Jeanette has a spare 9 star. Has a good ball. Rossetti 4 in the 6. Watch her facial expressions. They're priceless. She should be on comedy on stage just for facial expressions. Southall way off. A great coach for the youth program, Academy Lanes, Pub 125, Havermass, Saturday mornings during the fall. The biggest in the world. Has managed 90 kids.
We've seen a few spilled head pits this week.
Rossetti, look at this! Nico highlight reel spare! Look at her face! Just the face alone is good for a Nico highlight reel. Never mind the spare. 28 the ball through 3. Southall the 10. Good pinning, 38 through 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network. And Lori has the only mark for either side for Stronger Together. They're up 4, 164-160 at the 1-7-10 Sports in Augusta, Maine, and Slice Pizza and Wings. Southall trying to get back in the mark column. Crosses over, leads to a queen. Greg is happy about that one. 3 middle, 5 left, 6 right. Not for the bowler, but for himself. Crossovers leave to kings and queens. Rossetti literally stomps her foot. Wiggling to the object. The queen, the 5 to the right for the ladies. 7 left. Spare 7, 35 through 3 for Stronger Together. Southall trying to pick it apart. That's a Paul Grant shot.
Score corrections here. I had too low in a couple of cases, or too high in a couple of cases.
Rossetti from the mark, just missed right. 2 in the 7. Those faces kill me. She said, I don't realize I'm doing it. It's funny, in a good way. And that, my friends, is a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. Not a good time for that. Put a buck in, Jeanette. 10, 48 through 4. Rossetti, a 9, 4-4-4, 44 through 4. Top of the order. Time for an update from Greg Gouillart.
Here's 6 marks to 3, 180 to 170, so 10 pins to the good. So some score corrections. Caitlin Zaleski on 36, and there was a foul I missed in box 3 for Shannon LaPlante, with demoting her to an 8 box, making it a 10-pin lead for Stronger Together on account of their 3 extra marks. Bright Clean Windows is pinning better, interestingly enough. Is strange statistics to this point in the match. Let's see how it shakes out from here. Usually there's something straightforwardly explicable like, oh, just more marks. And I mean, Stronger Together has 3 more marks.
Those faces kill me. They're hilarious.
D'Agostino, of course, had that 20 box as well, but a couple of fills, I suppose, 5 and 4. Trying to figure that out. 4 Horsemen, 8 and 10, and the 1, 3, and 10 for LaPlante. Working on this spare. Greg Gouillart alongside Paul Grant. 3-10. Whoa, Wood. Coming behind the head pin. Zaleski. 2, 4, 7. Now the 1, 8, and 10. LaPlante for the 10.
I have a banter with her.
Okay. 1 in the 10. Sorry for the brief audio cut there. 44 half and 48 half. Penultimate match here of the Round Robin Ladies International. This match and one more match on this stream, and then a separate stream for playoffs, which will be an 8-seed, non-reseeded playoff knockout bracket, unlike the elimination format of the singles. LaPlante has the 1, 3, 6, and 9. Zaleski head pin splits up. Oof. This will be an interesting one. 3, 4, 7, 8, 10. Again, Mimi's Ladies, the only team that can possibly spoil the party right now for any of the top 8 teams. Otherwise, we have ourselves our top 8. LaPlante just gets the 1 and the 3 out here. Zaleski's try. Not a whole lot to contact there. Maybe was hoping for a piece of the 3-pin. But that is that. $9 for Shannon. That'll be 57 through 6. Zaleski's got a diabolical out here. Fine ball deflection, but doesn't make it to the 10. So Shannon LaPlante gains 1, and Stronger together have 2 marks worth lead. Megan Harlow and Kim Baker. So Stronger together on account of their 3 marks. Bright Clean Windows is filling their marks better on average and is outpinning Stronger together at the moment. So that's why the statistics are coming across a bit strange from my perspective. But right now, the mark advantage is prevailing for Stronger together just because they have so many more marks. 6 to 3, double their opponent, even though the underlying fundamentals favor Bright Clean Windows. So we'll see. But Baker just got another one here. A 3-pinner opposite. Harlow is short of the 10-pin, and that game of inches or centimeters gives Stronger together a bigger advantage. $10 for Harlow. Just going to look into something real quick. Seven pins for Baker on the fill. And a 3-pinner. Chance to grow. The team named after her battle. Spare is made. Had my head down and looking at the statistics here. Baker runs down the 3-pinner. Harlow, that's rude. $9. Rude of the pin. 21 pins and an extra hit now. As it brings up Trisha D'Agostino and Ari Beaupre. Riverwalk and Mimi's play each other? Is that so? My goodness, they do. They play in match 18. So that's going to be an extremely interesting match. On lanes 17 and 18 next round, Riverwalk and Mimi's Ladies, who are neck and neck in the standings right now, could have a very consequential match on 17 and 18. That's my... thank you very much to Sean Sears for that call out there. In my mind, I think that's going to be the most influential moment here. D'Agostino with the first ball not based on current form. 62-4 at the current moment right now, as both she and Ari Beaupre will struggle for these 3 pins on the out. And this 18th match of 19, believe it, me, the bowlers are feeling it right now. Sure, one game of bowling may not be the most strenuous thing ever, but across this entire weekend, you bet. +2 to D'Agostino. again, furthering the advantage. Stronger Together does play Huff Power Sports at the end. And then RBF and Sioux Crew having a matchup, I believe also, that was week 19, I believe, Sean. I'm looking at this as well just to do my own legwork, just like you have very kindly for us. RBF Gals and Sioux Crew will be also a so-called week 19 matchup, which will be here, in fact. RBF and Sioux Crew, so you'll see that as match 19. 3 pins. So actually, excuse me, 17-18 right now, in fact, is that consequential matchup. I believe Tony Levesque's camera is not pointed directly at it, but it's in eye shot. We support all our streamers there, and it's got a good one in the mirror right now, so we'll see here. Maybe Paul has an update.
Yes, you asked about anybody bowling each other. You are correct. Riverwalk, the 7 seed coming in, playing 9 seed Mimi's Ladies through 6 completed boxes.
And Sean
241.
Sean was telling us too.
241, 241, but Mimi's has 2 spares to 1 in that crucial match. Mimi's needs to win to get in and win outright to have a chance more than likely. Riverwalk can lose. Could it be on the outside looking impossibly?
That would necessitate Mimi's would be ahead of them on pinfall as well if they were victorious.
Yes, Mimi's about 100 pins up on Riverwalk.
So this would be an overtake if Mimi's bonus ball lead holds. Rossetti will try something other than the head pin for a change. Wouldn't blame her, but it does punch out. Southall, ball deflects away, 5-7-10. And now she knows what it's like in this string. Had a couple of opportunities that got away, including a single pinner in box 2. Rossetti, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Greg, Huff Power Sports is winning the match about 30 pins halfway through their string. They're the 4 seed right now at 24-10, tied with the RBF Gals, who are winning their match pretty decently against Penny Lane Hooligans. And that tie for 3rd and 4th.
So Rossetti, what are you going to do in this situation? She gets a 7 box, actually only concedes 1 to Southall, all told. So a box of minimal consequence in the end. Harsh pin action for each. Sometimes the pins win a frame every now and again, but we've seen the best of the best prevail somehow, some way. Rossetti, by the way, at 31 miles per hour. At the end of the lane. Head pin, 5-7-9. And Southall punches through, and we got a case of the splits yet again. So once again, will Mimi's Ladies prevail over Riverwalk? It is a close match over yonder. We will keep an eye on that as best as we can, if it doesn't kill Paul in the process.
What won't kill me? I missed that. I zoned out.
Well, it's a good match here, but if checking on Mimi's and Riverwalk doesn't kill you, exercise is good for you, I'm told. So
that's right.
There we go.
Absolutely. Motion is lotion, my therapist would say. Motion is lotion.
One of the bowlers out there actually happens to be a physical therapist as well, which is proving extremely convenient for you.
Yep.
Good to see.
A couple of them actually. One's a nurse, too. Update from Greg.
That's handy. 9 versus 8, 260 to 238 is the official score. Pitting basically even right now. So the preponderance, the preposterous preponderance of marks right now, 8 marks to 3 right now, has Stronger Together ahead by 22 pins plus a bonus ball.
And that's the second ball. Kim Baker up next. Now top of the order, Shannon LaPlante, Caitlin Zaleski. Shannon 57 to 52 against her counterpart. Caitlin trying to bear down. Head pin Ed. Look at this one. That's a youch. 7-5, 6 left to right. My goodness. Webster, please, please, please. You put 500 new words in the dictionary last year. How about youch? Y-O-U-C-H. Yikes, now come on. Youch. This will be the shot of the year, I think this goes. Good bid. She did a job. Try to get kick off the wall. 5 in the 7. LaPlante, that's a Paul Grant shot.
There's a cruel reality. It might be a question of velocity if you're looking for a sidewall bounce there, but an excellent effort.
Oh, the 5-7. How about that one? That's a wild 10. Nico highlight reel.
We can
Also give love.
Isn't that interesting? So all that effort is a 2-pin pickup as we take a look at that again. I'm going to take this moment to mention that I've been working on this sort of hybrid format where head pins and perfect boxes, that is to speak, 10 spares of strikes, will give you basically extra bowling. So basically it'd be a 6-pin gain. You would gain, like, you'd either get a bonus ball or extra frame if you get good fundamentals, basically. And it would just more directly reward it and make every single ball exciting. I'll post about it later, though.
So Sean says, ask about what match 19 to stream for sure. We talking about the Riverwalk one?
Oh, yes.
That's like
Riverwalk and Sucru, to me, it seems extremely... RBF Gals versus Sucru. My bad. Lemon drop on lane 5. The finger is up. Like an umpire in cricket, here comes the finger.
All right.
You got a PGS. You got a PGS.
4 horsemen, 9 and 10 for Zaleski.
Come on.
It's a good ball there. 4-7-10. LaPlante, wow, tough one there. Needs a bunch. Strong there, trying to hold on. Sometimes those 5-7 shots gives your team a little bit of momentum.
Come on, Alana.
Bright Clean Windows, again, has had the better fundamentals to this point.
Notch pin for an 8, 70 through 8. And Shannon, a tough 5 after the lemon drop. $1 for Candlepins For Cancer. 70 through 8. And the lead is down to 17 for Stronger Together. Kim Baker can push it back into the 20s.
But this is what I'm saying. Marks are the primary driver of scores here. So regardless of all the surrounding factors, being able to complete those marks, and how about Trisha D'Agostino with a 72 half? That's what's got Stronger Together lopsidedly in the lead in this one-string matchup. Sonja Johnson just made another preposterous shot on lane 4.
85 in a ball through 6. She had 4 marks and 6 boxes. She had double strike last string to end it. She's the hottest bowler, one of the hottest bowlers in the game today.
Harlow loses the handle, ball 1.
Baker in the bonus. It's a good ball. It's a crossover. It leads to a queen. Not anymore, Greg. Greg's heartbroken.
But it was there.
3-9, 10. Sphere 7, 70 through 6. Send Greg some flowers. He's heartbroken.
Yeah, do the dying rose emoji in chat if you want. I think that's what the Gen Z kids do, or Gen Z, if you will, Canada. And everywhere else, let's be honest.
Kim just missed that 3 for another spare. Harlow, an 8. Baker collects the 10, gets 2 back. 80 through 7. Harlow 64 through 7. The lead's back to 26 with no marks on the board. Stronger Together, trying to clinch a spot eventually.
Buddy says, well, what's the lemon drop rule when the second ball goes through there? Again. If you want to ask for that second buck, go right ahead.
Now, an interesting stat, Greg, on pinfall tiebreakers. Oh. Harlow bombs away, baby, strike.
Gotta get it going.
She set the line.
I love it. I love it. Put the shirt up. Just have a shirt.
Candlepins For Cancer sponsoring a hefty chunk of change towards the prize fund for this tournament.
$2,000. 74 for Harlow, plus 2 in the 8th.
Bright Clean Windows, as well as EA Financial Solutions. That's Erica Boudry's company.
Run, Nikki.
Supporting women's candlepin bowling.
Now, Greg, interesting stat. If you look at the pinfall tiebreaker, it comes Stronger Together, coming in 68-88 in pinfall. Mimi's Ladies 68-96. That is tight.
Spicy.
Half Power Sports a tie with actually Mimi's Ladies in pinfall at 68-96, with up in 4th at 24 points.
So it's $7 for Baker. So
87.
My proposal is after you call these boxes, which I keep stepping on anyway, excuse me, but maybe you could have a check over there.
Absolutely.
Again, if you don't mind.
I'd like to thank Erica Boudry of EAFinancialSolutions.com. EAFinancialSolutions.com. Help navigate people through healthcare and retirement, offering no-cost personalized consultation to their clients. They explain the basics of Medicare, individual options you have to complete your enrollment. Call them at 413 in Western Mass, area code 413-626-9906. As Beaupre flirted the strike, the queen, the 5, survives. Trisha D'Agostino with quite the string after that 9, 80, 81 rather through 6. Coming up now with 3.
Not out, Greg, says Greg. She hit it.
Beaupre spare. Bright clean windows. 2 marks on the board.
Snickometer sensitive. We know it can catch it hitting the hair, huh?
Dags for the mark. It's a good ball. Oh, here comes the wood away, out of bounds on the 6-10.
Of course, that's a soccer World Cup reference instead of a cricket World Cup. Sorry to be sidetracked here.
EIFinancialSolutions.com, 413-626-9906, 413-626-9906. Give them a call. EA Financial Solutions, a proud sponsor of this tournament in the ladies 220 doubles event, September 12, 2026. 10 for Dag, good string, 91 through 7. Greg, a quick update.
Trisha's only left 1 pin on the plate as well in her own right. Let me just check in here. Yeah, that's the fewest. Jeanette Southall's only left 4 as well. On the opposite side. Here's this ball. Look at this one.
That's a strange one. 5 in the fill, 80 through 7. Dags, left side, the Rick Humelsky special in Millis, 1-3-6-10. Rick Humelsky, a great competitor year in, year out. A 117 league bowler for years and years, clutching those 4 horsemen. Beaupre denied by the 2. D'Agostino spins away from the 6-10. Rossetti up next with southpaw. Beaupre collects the 10, 90 through 8 after the spare 5, 90 through 8. D'Agostino, 9, 100 through 8. And bright clean windows, 2 marked, 1 strike on the board to none for Stronger Together. They're down 17, 316, 299. They can cut the single digits eventually.
And when Baker, D'Agostino, and Rossetti competed in the ladies 320 at Millis, they got a lot of pins on the third ball. I had to look past in the spreadsheets there. So for bowlers here, including some winning bowlers here, that third ball, they know it makes a difference.
Southall 9 without the head pin.
It's getting there. They're running out of time.
Rossetti 1, 3, 6, 10. Looks like we might be covering bright clean windows again in Rivwalk on the flex match next match.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Or Sucru and RBF Gals.
It might depend on the standings as well.
Because Sucru is 8th actually now, so maybe Sucru and RBF Gals again. That was the original match we were scheduled to have. We'll see. Depends what ends up after these matches here today, so stay tuned. We'll let you know when we start the stream.
Hey! Much better.
Southall, no go for 9. 74 through 7. There's a little bouncy step. It's a 10 maybe. It's a 9 and 9/10. Didn't want the PGS. 9. 68 through 7. Thanks, Lori. Their team has a 17-pin lead. 325, 308, but footsteps for bright clean windows.
I didn't hear what she said, but she looked at Kim as if to say, did you see that?
Southall pounds the pocket. Can't get the 10 to go. The 2-4 holds up the 7. Falls out of bounds.
Candlepins can make people cranky.
Rossetti crossover 9. It's so strange. It looks like it's not going to do much. And all of a sudden, just 9 fall down. 3-pin with wood to help. Trying to even the marks at 1 apiece. Jeanette trying to make a special shot here. Won't get there.
Quick check on if this covers. Not a lot of it, but I think.
Oh, she got the scorpion jumbo shrimp tail shot. She can't believe it. She'll take it. 78 the ball through 8. Look at her face. Southall and 8, 82. It's 1 mark apiece. Greg, the update, the play-by-play to wrap it up on Roving Around.
Hold everything. We got this here. If I have to do a lot of things, you got to let me do it. Here we are. Goes one way or another. 9 marks to 5. That is still Stronger Together's advantage. Bright clean windows doing their darndest, and they have a hit aside, but 19 pins is a ton here. Ball's going to check over yonder on Mimi's ladies, and then we'll go back to the top of the order here. Shannon LaPlante. Head pin 2 full. Spread eagle. Zaleski has gotten little love from the head pin here. She gets a pocket, carries a corner this time, but is that really good news? It doesn't go down as a split, but you see the reality here with the 4, 5, 7, and 8.
Hey, one big trip.
Jennings drop.
One big trip.
Finds the curtain here, so Caitlin could at least gain on pinning, which could gain a mark if one isn't careful. Don't let the vortex suck in your bowling balls. Caitlin on the blue line leaves the 5. It's opposite a 6 box, a decent second ball, but it does give Zaleski the chance to gain 3 or 4 on LaPlante, I beg your pardon. Not sure what possessed me to name her teammate. Gets away, that'll be a 9 box. But 2 object pin hits there. Generates 3 pins of swing back for bright, clean windows. Stronger Together need to hang on to this matchup here to try somehow to stay in the picture. Obviously, if Stronger Together wins this and the next, they will survive. There's no way Mimi's ladies can run them down and break their hearts in that scenario. Zaleski, though, has this head pin. It's a diamond left, though. Might be a good break for Stronger Together, we'll see. BCW against this 1-4 leave. Caitlin steps up here in lane 5.
Throw a ball down the gutter.
Her try. Object pin, I think. Yes! A high hit. It's a beautiful hit. Caitlin Zaleski cuts down the diamond. It's a great third ball by LaPlante to defend pins for Stronger Together. But now then, bright, clean windows makes this deceptively difficult diamond. And maybe, just maybe, Zaleski is a catalyst for comeback. Caitlin the catalyst. I like the sound of that. As is, Stronger Together is up by only 1 mark. Has to be filled, though. But Zaleski punches through, and the fill is 2. Ends up with a 91 string, and Stronger Together now still 2-mark advantage right now. Passionate smack on the counter next door. Sorry if that shook the pin cam, but very understandable in this moment as everyone looking to the playoff picture right now and doing their best to compete, even in this late stage of the tournament. Marathon of bowling all across this weekend. We love the game, otherwise we wouldn't be here. Even though it drives us crazy at times. 4 horsemen and an 8-pin, and hopefully you're enjoying it out there as well. One, 3, 6, and 10. Baker's got it. Harlow ends up with an 8 fill for the strike. Stronger Together, the lead currently shrinks to 5. Some sticky wickets here, but Harlow plows that one. It's a 6-pin and a ball advantage. Score is officially correct, 360 to 354. So I had Caitlin Zaleski's score correct somehow, so I notated it wrong. I see what happened. Harlow gets a 9 bucks. Rebecca, I corrected the wrong box. You're absolutely correct that Caitlin Zaleski's score sheet should read a 9 box in the second, and actually I give her... I'll check that in a second here, but you are absolutely right about that. One moment while I see the single pin go for Harlow. Knocks down one of the 2 marks of their deficit for bright, clean windows. Baker does not mark. let me do the score correction. Lickety split, 927. And the fourth box was correct. So, yeah, second box. And Baker has the 10 box. So, taking a quick peek back here. Now, Caitlin Zaleski's score sheet, this is how it reads. The same 91, but with 9 boxes in the second and fourth, as it should be. Move it back here to see Harlow load this up. Thank you again to our viewers for catching this. I love being numerically accurate here, and obviously mistakes are bound to happen. But there we go. Harlow, a head pin hit for a 7-fill, 108. And Stronger Together's bonus ball from Lori Rossetti, now massive in this match. But first things first, Trisha D'Agostino, the hot hand for Stronger Together with that 3-mark chain at the outset. 371 to 370. Ari Beaupre, a 3-mark string in her own right, keeping pace. Otherwise, Trisha D'Agostino could have been running away with this match for her team. Again, Rossetti's bonus ball the difference. Breaking through after a chain of annoying splits. Finally, Rossetti got a 9-drop, and she took advantage. Head pin hit, 3-5, 7, 9, and 10. 3 pins out for Beaupre. Who has the better leave, one wonders. The split, if it was just on standing pins, would be annoying, but we play the wood. What goes across to the 7, pray tell? Trisha's trying it possibly on the right side. Try and knock the 5-pin across. It could still gain pins. Just getting that 3-pin there for D'Agostino could take a 9-box. Beaupre's leave looks similarly wired, but if either is off on their objects, this could generate a swing here. Third ball, that one gets away arguably. It does gain +1. Beaupre gains 4 from behind. So a fortunate break here gives Bright Clean Windows a 3-pin lead, but Stronger Together with the extra mark. Paul.
All right, we get some shakeups in the standings. Huff Power Sports have won 26 points now. They should have a playoff spot clinch now. Riverwalk lost their match. They're 22-14. Sioux Crew won. They're 24-12 ahead of Riverwalk now. Mimi's Ladies beat Riverwalk. So they're 22 points. So Riverwalk is now behind. Maybe in the outside looking in. So maybe we'll cover Riverwalk after all next.
We might have to at that point. We'll see.
But Sioux Crew's got to bowl the RBF Gals. If they lose, they could be out if Riverwalk wins. So that could be one to cover also.
Well, if I cover 5 and 6, then I'll be on a straight angle, and then we'll just peak at 3 and 4. That's a tough one. I think we might as well stay straight, I think.
Okay.
On the straight and narrow.
So we'll do RBF Gals and Sioux Crew, and we'll monitor Riverwalk.
Beaupre makes the spare. The 5 and the 4 go. Opposite of 10 box, and now then.
Riverwalk has Bright Clean Windows their next match. But Bright Clean's been going great today. They upset the first match today, and they're competing here in this one.
Look at this one. 3 pins to the good.
Playing spoiler.
So Rossetti gets to see Beaupre go ahead of her here. She will know what she has to get in the anchor position. All right, Beaupre dusting this one off, knowing how important the ball in her hand is. Here it is. And the fill is on the head pin. 6 is bad luck, but it is a 115 string for Ari Beaupre. In the end, falling only 2 pins behind D'Agostino. So for all my talk of Trisha was about to run away with this match, actually gets largely negated by Beaupre's efforts. And instead, now we have ourselves a match which Rossetti could still swing here. How close is this match really? If she shanks the fill, it's a mark behind. And unfortunately, it is 2, and now Bright Clean Windows is 7 pins ahead. Southall, though, is not going to like the leave unless the 3 tips. It does. Whoa. Now then, Bright Clean Windows could take this away from the playoff hopefuls. The 8-pin cluster does not go for Rossetti. This 3-pinner has the blue line looking right at it. Not a gimme. I'm not sure the caps work, but Southall's played it perfectly. Jeanette Southall in the 9th. Waited a long while after that mark in the first. And now what of the pinning as well? Rossetti grabs the back pin for an 8-box. And Bright Clean Windows is now up 9 pins plus a hit. Southall with a 10-box probably shuts out. Good count, even more so. Like Southall bad fill 10-box still probably works. Rossetti may need a hammer and a second, which is nigh impossible for a bowler to throw into man. The lottery ticket doesn't come in, and that's a disaster. 3-2 split. Too bad. A case of the splits as well for Rossetti. Now then, a 1 fill though, but 10 pins means that Rossetti must mark here. So this 3-2 split is now or never, and it gets away. Bright Clean Windows has prevailed over Stronger Together. Don't foul, don't foul, don't foul. Jeanette Southall and co., especially with Ari Beaupre's 115 leading the way. And another standings shakeup here, as maybe, just maybe, the top 9 could still be a top 9 in terms of playoff hopefulness. 9-box and an 8-box. Final statistics from this view, and from this view as well. 415 to 406 is official. We now see head pin preponderance for Bright Clean Windows, and the pinning eventually did prevail. A pin-out victory as Bright Clean Windows were able to match the marks, and we now see Stronger Together has been defeated. Paul.
Buffalo's Bowling Queens, 4-30 last, the lowest average, the highest average, 99 average. Deb Morrow made a 10-box and a 3-6-10. They beat Amanda Carroll, Scott's Woodworking, 383 to 381. Scott's Woodworking now not necessarily clinching number 2. They go to 28-8. RBF Gals 2 behind. As of Power Sports, Scott's Woodworking loses. They could go down the standings. So it's a big win for Buffalo's Bowling Queens. Been a lot of good matches this weekend, and they go to 6-30 in a 3-way tie at 6-30.
So you're now saying, pending the outcome of RBF Gals, which I'm now actually going to pan to lickety-split right now because it is just next door. RBF Gals is, well, let's see it for ambiance, but RBF Gals is winning by bucket loads.
Right, they'll go to 26-10. Huff Power Sports 26-10. Scott 28-8. Exeter 34-2. It looks like they lost Exeter, right? So Exeter lose their first match, but they already clinched. So sometimes it's good if you lose. I asked Evan River, and he said, yes, it's good to lose once in a while like that, once you clinch. So they clinch number 1 no matter what.
Well, there are some that say anger is the biggest emotion, so the Dingas fell Lakes, the Lakeside Dingas fell Exeter Lanes. So let's see if Evan Riva's theory holds in this case.
So we're going to stick with RBF Gals and Sioux Crew, because Sioux Crew now is fighting for a playoff spot with Mimi's Ladies and Riverwalk.
Paul's doing calculations as fast as he can. We'll keep
now,
these updates coming.
Here's the good news. Riverwalk is 20, not including this last match. We'll find out in just a moment from Kai's Kidding Kai Han. Coming to this match, they were 20 pins ahead of Sioux Crew for the tiebreaker by total pinfall. But now Sioux Crew is ahead of them in the standings by 2 points. So if there's a tie, Riverwalk could get in by pinfall if they beat them in pinfall. So we'll see. So stay tuned. Exciting Edge. Hit that bell icon for live notifications. You're in the know. Brent Barringer, good to see you from Calgary.
Imagine if 8th seed was what we rolled off for.
Yeah.
I want to see, but that is not the rule of the tournament, unfortunately.
No, it's not. Only 1 and 2, and that won't happen this year. All right, so stay tuned for exciting action. We're going to be covering the Gals, RBF Gals and Sioux Crew.
Yep.
So we'll stay with 5 and 6 original match. The RBF Gals and Sioux Crew will monitor Riverwalk and Bright Clean Windows on 3 and 4 in just a little bit.
We'll see it. We'll see it out of the corner of our eyes. We have to take an audio timeout here because they play music. I mean, we love the music, but we can't touch this if that gives you a clue what they're playing. Because otherwise, Content ID will get mad at us. So we'll take the timeout here. We'll be right back with a clear official standings update as well, and then we'll run down the implications in this final match of 19 for the round robin. Playoffs on a separate stream. Be right back. Welcome back. Ashley Breton and Blanca Gacharna on the lanes right now. We got standings updates galore for you, but here we go with the captain. Blanca of RBF Gals, last year's runner-up and champions the year before, versus Ashley Breton and the Sioux Crew, who are having a great tournament.
This is match 19 of 19, the final qualifying round. The playoffs are next on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, the bell icon. It'll be a separate broadcast, about 30 minutes or so, give or take, after this match. Greg with the play-by-play.
Thank you very much. Oh, have you? Sorry about. Uh-oh. There we go. Got rid of that annoying page indication there. Blanca Gacharna takes a 10 to start it off. And Breton takes a 9.
Greg, Excellence lost their first match. Already clinched. Sometimes it's good to lose one. They already clinched number one. They're 34-2. But the big upset, Butwell's Bowling Queens goes from last to 18th, beating number 2 seed Scott's Woodworking by 2 pins. Scott's Woodworking 28 native, not clinched yet, I don't think. They do have pinfall advantage on this side, so even if they lose, I think they'll still have number 2. RBF Gals number 3, Huff Power Sports number 4. And RBF Gals has the tiebreaker on Huff Power Sports.
Ashley Breton with a 2-pinner here.
High rollers are 24-12. Sioux Crew 24-12 here. Mimi's Ladies 22-14. Strong Together 22-14. Despite that loss, and Riverwalk on the outside after losing their last match.
Just watch.
Mimi's Ladies 22-14. So Mimi's Ladies went from 3rd to 9th after 2 losses in a row. Now they're back to 7th. And they have pinfall on their side. So if they win, they're in. Stronger Together has the edge on Riverwalk also. So Riverwalk needs to win, and Mimi's Ladies Strong Together need to lose. Sioux Crew will be in either way.
Blanca Gacharna a harsh 6-box after 2 object pin hits on that split.
So Sioux Crew has clinched the playoff spot, or they have to clinch because they got pinfall, I believe. Oh, hold on, they're 4 behind Riverwalk, actually. Hold on. They're actually 4 pins behind Riverwalk in pinfall. So if they lose this match, RBF Gals, Riverwalk wins, they're in. And then if they lose, Sioux Crew loses, they would have Mimi's Ladies or Strong Together to lose their match to get in. So a lot can happen. This exciting 19th match of the tournament for the 1-7-10 Sports on Slice Pizza and Wings in Augusta, Maine.
The key fact is that Sioux Crew's pinfall is vulnerable right here, so as is their playoff position. Splits for each, so pinning out these splits could prove vital here. Riverwalk 4 pins ahead of Sioux Crew. Now, how did that pin fall late? Goodness gracious, that 6-pin fell extremely late for Lori Schiappa, a.k.a. Lori Lewis, over yonder. RBF Gals sponsored by Price's Wood Floors, Academy Lanes, and Stephen Body personally has actually chipped in to sponsor the women's game. Thank you very much. It's +1 pin as it goes 8 versus 7.
Tyler Wyman, great to see you. We have HUD and Gaming watching. Susan, thank you for watching. Rufus, hello.
1, 3, 6, and 8. Underwood 9-pinner.
Playoffs are
9-pin
next.
drop. One, 3, 6, an excellent try by Schiappa. Doesn't work out. And Underwood spares. Brittany gets the first mark here for the Sioux Crew. Lori takes 10. Lori, of course, a Pro Series organizer. Didn't want that. 1 second.
I'll call boxes 3 and 4. I'll be roving around after that, pretty much.
Michelle Bisbee and Alicia Callie. You got it. just typing in standings for you. I'm going to focus in on that lickety-split. Callie's got her head pin, triangle number 6. Michelle Bisbee. So Deanna set a high 16th string single yesterday on our stream for the Pin Assassins, 4 horsemen and an 8. Alicia just wide of the 6 pin. Looked like it was riding the rail perfectly until then. Wooden back. Yes, the 10 is spilled. Somehow, some way. Michelle Bisbee and the Sioux Crew pick up a mark. There's an 8 box. Still multitasking for you folks, because I want to be able to bring you this.
Hey, Kelly, right in now. Throw that ball. Come on.
2 and 8 for Callie. Bisbee's spare fill is a 7. It's an 8. It's a 9. It's a 10. From disaster to master, Michelle Bisbee breaks up the split in style. And the single pin has wood that is definitely live. The deadwood line's not the plate. The deadwood line is further out. Callie gets the bounce. The billiard bounce she desperately needed to put the RBF gals on top.
Michelle Bisbee, a very underrated bowler, hasn't bowled as much the last couple of years doing racing and football. But Greg, we got a couple interesting stories here. This could change things up. Mimi's ladies are playing Scott's woodworking, and Stronger Together is bowling Huff Power Sports. So those are 2 interesting matches that could affect standings. Hello, Christina Dill. Great to see you. Michelle with 1 L, indeed.
Anya Johnson. I'll get to that in a second. Multitasking here.
Yep, we got the 9 box fixed, Eric. It's all set. Thank you.
Perfect.
Sioux Crew RBF Gals, the final qualifying round of 19. 20 teams, 19 matches with 3 days of team competition.
Johnson Spares, Wood was bridging the gap. And our singles champion, 10 in a ball. Renee Skinner, for whom the team is named, her mother Sue, and her ancestry includes the Sioux. Her mother's name is spelled S-U-E for Susan. Sue for Susan. 9 with the front up, as Wallingford Live Skittles would say, is sort of.
Bright, clean windows to our left against Riverwalk. A big match for Riverwalk. They've got to win to stay alive. They're down on pinfall also. They need help if they win also. They can win and still not get in. Right now they're 9th. 8 make it. Head-to-head bracket style in playoffs.
That's a 3 fill for Sonja. Skinner across on a 3, 5, and 9, the side saddle triangle.
Exeter lost Nico.
Whoa. Sorry. Nice try.
Exeter lost to Buttwell's Bowling Queens of all teams by 2 pins. Deb Morrow made the 3-6-10 without wood for a 10 box. Told off Amanda Carroll's team. Scott's Woodworking losing for the 4th time in the tournament. Still number 2, looking good for number 2 no matter what. Buttwell's Bowling Queens go from 20 to 18 at 6 and 30.
So an 8 box versus a 10 box. And a look at the standings here. Let's see here, 84 to 74 indeed that is. So checking in here. So 74, I'm off on RBF Gal's score somehow because Callie had a 9 in the first box. And that is now corrected as Thor just said. Thank you, Eric Thorstensen. So, no, I didn't have the 9-box fixed, actually. Thank you very much for the correction.
I was looking at the regular scoreboard. My bad.
There we go.
Ashley Breton, top of the order, pair of 9s. Blanca Gachana, 10-6, the leader for her team. Good ball by Breton. Can't get to the West Coast, the 4-7. Good second ball. Gachana with the wood. Good try. Won't carry. A family of bowlers. Breton off the wall, pretty 10. 28 through 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Gachana a 9, 25 through 3. Sioux Crew has the lead, trying to clinch a playoff spot. 94-83, mark situation, 2-1 for Sioux Crew on the right.
Rankings, as you see it here, are in order of pinfall as well.
6,300 plus subscribers, over 3,000 videos, semi-pro to pro action. Please subscribe to Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Like and follow us on Facebook. Like and share the video.
Paul, would you like to get in on the basket raffle? It's $5. You get 25 chips.
Ashley Breton, an 8-pinner to shoot at. 1, 2, and 10. Diamond for Gachana. It's a great ball, but the 8-pin didn't like the crossover angle, I guess.
I will let you know.
No, Eric, you told me as much. Cheryl did appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much. She gave a knowing smile, exactly as you expected. Thank you very much for that moment. That is
9:34. Ashley 9:37. Greg, sorry.
Hopefully nobody saw that.
I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to Becky right about a raffle.
Well, everyone else has the replay function on YouTube, so the heck with that. I think highly of Blanca, but not that highly. Forgive me.
What nickname do you have, Eric? I didn't know about that one.
Thor.
Oh, that's right. I did hear about that.
Makes sense.
You could pass for that. Here's Brittany Underwood on a spare. 3-1 mini split. 23 through 2 for the Sioux Crew. Miss Hawaii. 8-10 start. 1-3-6 to 9 behind the 3. Underwood missed the option to 3. Lewis, a big-time ball in clutch moments. Got it! Right on cue, spare! 28 to ball through 3. 117, the best year for average. Been down the last couple of years. Won a Pro Series title this year also.
You're in for the scratch ticket, and those are for the other one.
Lori Schiappa makes that mark. 119 to 102. And an extra hit for the RBF Gals to cut into that 17-pin deficit there.
Bubbles didn't beat Exeter. They beat Scott's Woodworking. No, Nico. They beat Amanda Carroll's team, Scott's Woodworking, not Exeter. Exeter lost their match, but not to Butler's Bowling Queens. The Lakeside Dingers beat Exeter. Bongs away, baby! Strike! Hawaii time! Aloha, not Alosa. 38 through 3, 48 plus 2 through 4. Underwood connects, spare. 43 in the ball through 4. Second spare, the last 3. It's a good battle. The Sioux Crew and RBF Gals, the final qualifying round. 129, 122 for the Sioux Crew. 2 marks for each side, a spare and a strike each side also. Michelle Bisbee with 1 L. Michelle Atherton with 2 L's. Michelle Wood here with 1 L. Got it? Alicia Callie, 19 the ball. Michelle, spare strike combo, 30 plus 2. After this is over? After this is over?
Okay.
Yeah, you think it's probably better that way? Yeah. Bisbee rolling 7-8. Picks of the banana split. 4-7. Trying to get a big 20 again. Dangerous Alicia Callie out of Central Park Lanes, East Boston, Mass. A good ball. The 7 goes down. The 6 wiggles right. 6.5, you could say. 27 through 2 in the 18 box. It's a good one so far. Bisbee to the mark. Yes! 20-20. 40 through 2. 50 to ball through 3. Out of the race car on the bowling lanes. Callie missed the odd. The pin turns around. Goes with the one. Jumbo shrimp tail spare. She goes back to back. 37 the ball for the gals.
Now say you're sorry.
Jumbo shrimp tail. Not scorpion tail. Sorry, Greg.
Played a Canadian style, right, Brian Athern? No, that is not the plan at all.
2 spares to 1 spare, 1 strike.
That's supposed to be if the wood is behind. Then it's a deliberate tactic.
Sioux Crew up 9 right now, 149, 140. Bisbee hot out of the gate.
Lakeside Dingas was the one that felled Exeter just then.
1-3-6-10, 7-8 left, 4 fill, 54 through 3, a 180 clip. We should keep it going.
If you're a fan of sport, you know there are some good stories that hide in the underdogs as well.
Kelly trims the pocket, takes out the 7, is the 2 and the 10. Wood to maybe help. Spare 8, 45 through 3. Bisbee, 2 full. Can't get to 4 in a row. Kelly, a good chance. A mother here. Sheila the queen watching. Has golden hair like a queen. It's a good ball. It goes! 3 in a row. 55 and a ball through 4. Callie time.
We're straight up going to war there, and that's a 3-pin pickup for RBF gals as well. They now have the effective lead.
Michelle 7, nothing wrong with 61 through 4. After these 2 boxes, Greg with the update and the play-by-play. Here's Sonja Johnson, a dangerous bowler indeed. Renee Skinner, great ball in her prime, 19 through 2. Sonja 2 better. It's 160 to 158. Sioux Crew up by a safety. 2 points. 2 pins. But 2 marks to 1 favors the RBF gals. They have the virtual lead. Here's Renee with 2 E's. It's a good ball. It's a split of 3 and 1. Johnson hooks it right on the 6-9-10.
You're welcome, Rebecca. Always like having an eye for detail.
Just missed inside. Oreo cookie, Oreo cakes, the middle cream, stuff on the outside. Sonja spins in the pocket on the crossover, leads to a queen. Greg is tickle pink.
We had the pink teams last match.
What, Tasha, what is rude now? What's your comment rude about? What's that? Would I miss something here? Renee is 7. Oops, Sonja a 9. Renee actually has 6, it says. Oh, that was a 7. It was a 6, right?
Be careful about replying too directly to all chat comments. They will specify if necessary. We don't need to call everyone out all the time. We want chat to be a safe space overall.
Absolutely. Renee sides out triangle. Johnson pounds the pocket. 8, 78. Piece of wood. We're on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube, the ESPN of Candlepin Bowling. Tell your friends to subscribe. It's free. Why not? Countless videos, over 3,000. Join in for free. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Renee with the wood. Won't carry.
Wanted to play the object pin directly. That was her aim.
Johnson the wood. Sends it down. Spare. 40 to ball through 4. Second spare of the string. And the gals have the lead. Renee at 10. 35 through 4. It's 177, 176. Okay. Greg with the update and the play-by-play.
Excuse me. So 9 box for Johnson. Not sure how I got that backwards. And now we see 176 to 177. Okay. Now I've got that fixed. And the multitasking escapades, I believe, are complete. 1 pin as Paul goes off to see where the other scores are at right now. Riverwalk Lanes down 5 on pinfall alone to Bright Clean Windows. I don't see the full context. Meanwhile here, pinning within 2 and 2 extra marks for RBF gals. Gacharna got hanged in the violent parlance of the game. 3 and 2 split. Breton tipping pins.
Greg, update just to our left. Bright Clean Windows, a close match, 5 pins, but Sharon Britton has a spare coming up. So it's a virtual tie, crucial match for Riverwalk. Needs to win and get help to get in. Bright Clean playing spoiler, winning 2 big matches today, including a powerhouse win earlier.
Oh, yeah, American with the Canadian aspersions. Missing the shot, but having it go is the Canadian way to play it. Yeah. I knew better than to lay into that one too thickly. The last thing we need is more international non-cooperation. There's been an abundance of that, and, you know, That's the only time I'm going to wade into politics, when it matters to bowling directly. And to see Americans and Canadians under one roof still is something we thought we would be able to take for granted, and now it's just a pleasure we really enjoy. All that being teasing still, but I want to make abundantly clear. 5-7-10 for Blanca Gacharna. Head pin hit. Ball is staying there for a second. Now Breton's got wood in front of the 5 and 9. So again, Sioux Crew's pinfall eminently vulnerable at the moment, so they really don't want to get run down by all these teams in front of them. Mimi's ladies. There it goes. 2-pinner spare for Breton. 55 and a ball. And, ooh, 7-10 with the wood. That was pretty. We take those, so despite the spare opposite, I'm going to replay this one. 7-10 for Blanca Gacharna. Left hip, spin across. Yeah, 7-10 with wood, but there you go. Schiappa with a strike, Underwood with a spare. So again, though, if any of Mimi's ladies Stronger Together or Riverwalk lose, then, or even tie, Sioux Crew is fine. So there is that. Still, though, they'd like to win this match to make absolutely sure. Schiappa needs more on the strike. Second ball's a decent one. It's going to be a 5-fill. Underwood, who tried for it. Ball missed the fact she was putting body English on the ball. Still leaves her with a pretty checkerboarded leave. There'll be a 9-box for Schiappa, 62 half. Against a 7, 2-pin pickup for the gals, and it's 4 pins plus an extra hit. $62 half for Lori Schiappa. RBF gals, champions in 24, runners up in 25. This Sioux Crew team has been a delight to watch. Playoff probables now. We see in front of us Riverwalk to our left, fighting for a place. Lemon drop here against a 9-pin drop for Schiappa. RBF Gals already up 4 pins and a hit. Yes! Single pin in the face. Pinning sorts itself out opposite for Underwood, but Lori Schiappa gets her 3rd mark in 6. She, Nate Lees, who's here today, rooting the team on. Dave and Allie Barber and Nick and Samantha Zuffalato all run the Pro Series, the Scratch Pro Series, for the men and the women. Madison Riva, Bowler of the Year. Amanda Carroll, the playoffs champion. Aaron Fontaine, Bowler of the Year. Devin Brooks, playoffs champion for the women's and the men's Pro Series. Callie's got 3 marks already, as does Bisbee. This is a great duel in position 3. I'll pull up averages as soon as I get a chance. The fill is just 2, though. So a little bit of the gals' advantage fizzles. Bisbee punches out. Riverwalk at Bright Clean Windows still very, very close together on score, just like this match here. Alicia trying to come back on a great second ball. See you later. It's a 4-mark half for Elite. Bisbee through the uprights, as you see. So may not have a 70 half like Callie. Imagine that. 3rd ball, a lot of pride in this string for sure, so the pinning going to be tried for extra hard, extra effort. And she has a 68 half that may come up 2nd best in this comparison. What a match already. And proof positive, these two teams, whether Sioux Crew stays that way, belong in the playoffs. Lots of seeding implications as well. The higher you go, in theory, the easier your opponent. Exeter is clinched number 1. That's about the only certainty at this point. There's a head pin hit, 5 and 8. For RBF Gals, looks as though the pinfall for Scott's Woodworkings is pretty far ahead here. 160 odd pins. That's pretty impossible to make up in a single string, barring something absolutely insane. 2 pinners going, so Callie is doing her absolute best here as the marks are racking up fast for RBF Gals, but we think we're still in miracle territory in terms of getting up to the 2nd seed. If standings held, this is a first-round playoff matchup. Bisbee needs sticks. Whoa, the Vortex sucks it up, and unfortunately another poorly pinned box is setting back the Sioux crew. RBF Gals now 21 pins and 2 hits to the good. It's an excellent start, and it's an excellent string, but it's being a bit undone at the moment. Renee Skinner and Sonja Johnson. Sonja Johnson with the victory over Caitlin Zolko on Thursday. Yes, Thursday. For the singles title. She gets a 5 fill. Skinner head pin, check mark right. Better chance here. Sioux crew needs this. RBF Gals have had the last 3 marks. Streak stops there. The break's not going to quite make it there. Skinner just the earliest of drops. Falls short of the 3-pin. 8-box 53 half for Johnson. And an 8-box opposite for a 43 half. Taking a peek here, RBF Gals is winning on marks, obviously, 4 extra spares, but also 12 ahead on pinning. Triangle 3 for Sonja Johnson. It was great to be able to pay tribute to Mario Johnson, her mother's late friend, Staff Sergeant Jesse Sherrill, this morning. Great to be able to do that for her, for the state of New Hampshire, their public servants. And of course, just a reminder of the man fatally struck by a recklessly operated tractor trailer. One of the many reasons the move over law on highways across our states and provinces is named now Sherrill's Law in the state of New Hampshire. And great to be able to pay tribute on what should have been his birthday today. It is his birthday all the same. If only we could celebrate it with him. All that said, that somber moment noted, 273 to 245 puts RBF Gals way ahead here. That's bad news for the Sioux crew here.
Absolutely.
Ashley Breton getting back up here to try and reckon with this.
Vodka, you said?
Again, though, Sioux crew would have to be run down by all 3 teams behind in order to be in any danger of not making the playoffs later. Breton splashing sticks here. 1, 2, 5, 8, and 9. Made a 3-2 split. Kacharna punches half Worcester. One of the 4 siblings, Kacharna, for Commando and Lou here as well, rooting them on. Nice shot, Breton spares. She goes back to back. Blanca getting pins out here, 4, 5, and 7. Hello, Blanca, if you're watching. If you know, you know. That's her mother. Blanca, of course, as seen on TV, made an episode of Channel 50 Stars and Strikes. Was a mixed doubles partner with Steve Vadney. If memory serves, I believe they got a victory. What's the latest, Paul?
We got some update. We got some good ones brewing here. How about Mimi's ladies trying to clinch a playoff spot? They're beating Scott's Woodworking by 37 through 6 completed boxes,
Ooh.
minus a mark. Stronger together, 9-pin lead, 1 spare for each side in their match against Huff Power Sports in a battle for playoff positioning. A lot to happen soon. We're going to stay live till all the matches are over.
On lanes 3 and 4, Riverwalk versus Bright Clean Windows.
Don't forget the playoffs to follow on a separate broadcast. Hit the bell icon for live notifications once you subscribe here on Candlepin Bowling Network and YouTube.
Riverwalk is down 1 pin, literally. No marks on the board. To Bright Clean Windows, excuse me. Breton still they spill, 7 fill. Gouillart 2. Two points for a win, 1 for a tie. That determines the points that you now see on your screen. 6 and 9 out. Four, 7, and 10. Pinning duel resulting here. Breton takes 10. She bowls out of Ryan Family Amusement Millis. Ryan Family Amusements in Millis. Gouillart, there you go. Another great wood shot for a 10.
Greg, just again, reminder, Riverwalk is 9th right now, outside looking in. If they win somehow and Sioux Crew loses, they would tie in points. Riverwalk has a 4-point pin edge coming into this match, so the total pinfall is crucial in that match also. There are no tiebreakers for roll-off. It's only pinfall to determine the tiebreaker, except first and second. First already clinched.
Among 7, 8, and 9, it seems highly unlikely that pinfall would shake up. But so Riverwalk is very unlikely to pass anyone. So if all of Mimi Stronger Together and Riverwalk end up on 24 points, then Riverwalk would be outside. If, though...
Well, Sioux Crew loses, they're at 24 points. Riverwalk wins, they're at 24 points. They gotta win by at least lose no more than 3 pins against Sioux Crew in tiebreaker in that scenario.
I'm trying to figure out the most succinct way to say that as Skiappa gets a 5 fill and
So
we go to the
Riverwalk
third ball.
71-46, 71-42 with Sioux Crew in pinfall.
Underwood works it out for 10.
That's why you never throw a ball away. Don't give up any shot.
Yeah, those will come back later for sure.
Stronger Together does have the tiebreaker on Riverwalk also by a lot more, by over 100.
Because otherwise, we're pretty well ordered on pinfall by and large, except for the fact that Sioux Crew is punching above their weight right now. Other than that, if points... No one is likely to pass any other team based on pinfall alone. Unlikely, anyway. Full standings available on Candlepin Bowling Network Facebook. 6, 7, 10. Exactly. 3-pinner. Brittany just wide. Will Lori try the center wood? Not interested. Right side wood. Plunked straight back. From my cozy chair back here, I wonder if the right tip of the wood might have been a target here, but we'll see. As is, it is a quality 10. The wood in the gutter rattled, but I'm fairly sure that hit the 7-pin first, or at least simultaneous. And in a question of validity, bowler gets the benefit of the doubt if it is a questionable incident. Brittany's doing well, Susan. 3 straight 10 boxes as we move on over to Alicia Callie and Michelle Bisbee. I believe they're the only team that's got the tank top attire going, or the cut t-shirt attire going through the Sioux Crew. I know normally collared shirts are the dress code here, but whatever helps you do your best. After all, European 9-pin across the pond, they actually just are in gym attire, whereas it's usually excluded from dress codes in most major tournaments here. Callie on a 5-mark chain, even with the nickel and dime, maybe, just maybe.
Right side.
As Robert Boyd behind me, you hear, rooting her on. The squad for Academy Lanes' RBF gals, tremendous. Trying to get the right tip of the wood, coming back.
That was the right
And there it goes. 4 and 7, and that will be a $9. Nine for Cali. 102 through 7. Simply a tremendous string. Checking in a high single from last time, Sonja Johnson actually had the highest single, 146. Dwarfing Tiffany Gauthier's impressive 120 for Lakeside. Trisha D'Agostino's 117 we saw, and Renee Skinner actually tied for third as well, 117. That was high singles across the tournament. Madison Riva 161, Jenna Ward 152, Amanda Carroll 149. Team singles, Exeter Lane 488, Scott's Woodworking 478, and these RBF gals 470. 3-1 split for Bisbee. Cali, great shot, triangle. 5's hit 2, will you? Yes, you will. 2's hit, will you? Yes, you will. And the 4 will stay. Three-pin was the objective on Bisbee's shot. Now over to Cali. A bit of a consultation on this wood here. Will she try the blue line in this particular case? Yes, she will. Looked like it was laser beaming it. Alicia Cali, 6 spares. Opposite of $9.
Sonja, your turn.
It is Sonja Johnson's turn. Bob's absolutely right. Kathy Boyd on the roster as well. RBF gals are sure to bring the magic, including the magic fingers, the spirit fingers, call it what you want. Especially if they keep making a deep run in the playoffs, as they have in past years.
Come on.
Up, up camera 1 crash. What a disaster. And now it's back. Just in time to see a 9-pin drop. At least you saw it on pin cam. So 2 good head pin hits by the bowlers and a bit of a minor disaster for the streamer. But there we are. 3-2 cut. Doesn't make it. Johnson got it. Spirit fingers you can see on full display. 73 and a ball through 7. There's the quality 10 for Renee Skinner. Bright Clean Windows appears ahead by a mark at a glance. No marks on the board. Again, the only change in a pinfall tiebreaker would be Sioux Crew does not want to lose this match, lest Mimi's Ladies Stronger Together and Riverwalk all pass them. Otherwise, everyone else is pretty well ordered by pinfall, in addition by, of course, the primary decider on points. That's smashed in by Johnson. Who needs the head pin? So a low fill, but a chance to try it again. And this third ball gets away for the Sioux Crew, and that's going to be a 6 box. And now this is getting quickly out of hand here. So with 2 boxes to go for everyone, a massive pinning gap opening up as well. But of course, the 6 spares most of all for the RBF gals. 13 marks in 32 boxes. Let's see the boys try and do that. I sure wouldn't take them on in a money match, I'll tell you that much. 3-2 split for Gacharna. Ashley Breton. How the 5 fall forwards like that one wonders. That's the 6, 7, and 10. Blanca, excellent effort here. She's made a few splits for 10s. This time the wood screeches to a halt between the 3 and the 6. Breton cuts it over the 8 spot. The wood snap, rather. Third ball, there we go. We count, we take those. 10 box. And Breton rides the rails for the tricky 7-pinner for the lefty. 7-pin leave, rather. Ashley Breton tournament average 98. For the RBF gals, Blanca Kacharna 99 tournament average. Kathy Boyd and Espicora also for the gals. Substitutions not being employed here. We were past the decision point, starting with box 7. Second ball's coming up here, and then we're going to have an update. Blanca Kacharna, 2, 4, and 7. Breton, we've seen these 8-pinners go, apparently. Not this time. Yes, Paul.
Scott, Mimi's woodworking with 4 boxes to go. I'll get an update in just a moment. They're up about 9 or 10 pins on Scott's woodworking. Stronger Together had the lead. They're down 9 through 8 completed boxes. 8 to go. They're down 9. Tough Power Sports, no marks on the board.
Breton just blasted back on the third ball for a 10 box.
In high rollers, winning by about 20 or so on Together again on lanes 1 and 2. Riverwalk is down 6 to our left against Bright Clean Windows. And down a mark also.
Schiappa and Underwood now up on the lanes. RBF gals enjoying a healthy lead. Schiappa's tournament average 101. Sioux Crew, Brittany Underwood, top average on the team, 105. Just missing the head pin is Lori. See where the wood stops. That could make matters easier. Against this diamond. Leveraging the wood. Back it comes. And takes out the 2 side pins. How about that? It's a 9-box for Schiappa. And a 9 for Underwood. I'm taking a look at pinfall while I call this match as well for you folks. Huff Power Sports, just as a remark, is also punching above their weight on pinfall, so they could get passed by high rollers on a high rollers win and a Huff Power Sports loss. Sioux Crew is behind them as well, though. So again, very few scenarios where pinfall causes a change in the rankings. It's probably going to be points. Otherwise, everyone stays intact here. Lori leaves the head pin, then smashes the head pin. Brittany smashed the head pin first ball, and that's the thanks she got. 116 in the ball, Lori Schiappa. Excellent third ball. That's going to be an 8-box 102 for Brittany Underwood, which is somehow below her tournament average. Oh no, that might demote her to a 104 average, apparently, according to the paper I have in front of me. Too bad. Still, excellent going. And the fill is high for Lori. Wood hit that 5-pin. I don't think it was really in any danger of falling, but she didn't even turn back for it. 9 fill, 125 for Lori Schiappa. And then there's Alicia Callie. Just another reason RBF Gals is racking the pins up fast. They have 4 boxes and 2 marks remaining right now, so 470 is in their grasp without another mark, which would actually equal the 470 high single they already have. Next stop, Scott's Woodworking, 478, and Exeter Lanes, 488. 5 pins first ball. We'll definitely need another mark if we're going to challenge for the team high singles, which will have us a side pool involved as well. Actually, not a side pool. I believe it's integrated into the entry fee, in fact. Would we call this wood wired? I think so. Just don't punch the head pin full. Callie needs to be on her angle to get this to go. That's the idea there. Unfortunately, just a little too much velocity And it's scooted past the head pin. Bisbee takes out the 3-pin. Brutal. Not a terrible ball, but that's what you get. Yes, Paul.
Scott, $4 go. Huff Power Sports up 4 and stronger together. No marks on the board. Scott's woodworking loses again. Gets pounded by 30 pins plus. Jenna Woods 128 helps Mimi's Ladies clinch a playoff spot.
So Mimi's Ladies probably in here because, again, Mimi's Ladies highly unlikely to get run down on pinfall at this point. So we project Mimi's Ladies has made the cut. Of the teams on 24 points, Sioux Crew is the only one that could possibly lose, and they are likely losing out here.
So, Greg, it looks like it'll be 1, 2, 3. It'll be Excellent, Scott's Woodworking, RBF Gals, and likely Huff Power. Well, maybe not Huff Power Sports. They lose. High Rollers still in play, and they're winning.
High Rollers could overtake Huff Power Sports on pinfall.
Yes, they are winning their match right now. We'll get an update in that a little bit. But right now, they're up with $3 to go up, I believe, 18 or so. So looking good.
Actually, hang on a second. Well, this one is screaming back for Bisbee. Doesn't take it. I'm starting to doubt what I'm saying. Excuse me. Oh, because I've made a mistake. Huff Power Sports at 26 points. That's why I did wrong. Excuse me. Little subtlety that was wrong in the standings here. This is how it should look. Now this makes much more sense. $6 for Callie on the end to bring her to 132. Michelle Bisbee, 112. RBF Gals now less likely to run down their 470 at this point. Johnson still could get this, though, with running marks. What if she had a perfect back half? I do not have a sense of the time, unfortunately, Nico, but we will have the playoffs on a separate broadcast, and we will just start it up as soon as we can, basically, so that you guys can see it here. Keeping it a separate broadcast will allow people to be notified that the playoffs are on, and that'll help out. So please subscribe and hit the bell icon if you're on YouTube. That way you'll be notified, or follow us on Facebook, and you might get that ping as well. But subscribing and hitting the bell on YouTube should be the simplest way to be apprised of when we go live for the playoffs. So a 10 for Johnson. And a 1-3-10, there's a nice shot for Skinner on the end. So again, apologies for having Huff Power Sports totaled wrong. Everyone else, 34-28, 26-26, 24-24, 22-22, 22, should be correct here. Looking at Riverwalk lanes, though, they are down 19. This is good news for the Sioux Crew, who are losing here. But if Riverwalk lose too, then Sioux Crew has them outpointed, and they will be through anyway. So despite the disappointment of this string, we will see them later. Sonja Johnson, a 3-pinner to take us out and possibly take her to 120. And the wood finally gets there somehow. Phew! 112 in a ball. That's a nice shot there. And the fill is 10 for 122, Sonja Johnson. Skinner had a $9 on the end. And we'll go straight to the statistics here, first of all, before I update the rest for you. This was improperly entered. And now we see it here. 469 to 407. This is the true statistics here. So RBF Gals missed their team high single by 1 pin in the end, getting 15 marks out of 40 boxes. Heading ahead by 14. It was a rout. Simple as that. Honestly, Sucru going over 400. That has not been a given all weekend long among these top teams. So 407, a lot to be proud of across this tournament. And again, with Riverwalk Lanes losing right now, it is a probable that Sucru should advance.
We'll switch over to 3 and 4 if we could, Greg, maybe, but let's get an update real quick. Huff Power Sports, after 4 blocks, was up 10 with 2 blocks to go. No marks on the board. Laura Rossetti, a strike, 3 dropped and a spare to win it. 410, 401. Stronger Together wins to go to 24 and 14. And they got tiebreaker on Riverwalk also. So I don't know if Riverwalk gets in now. Unless High Rollers, let's see. Did Sucru lose? Sucru lost, so hold on.
Sucru lost,
But
Riverwalk
pinfall's the
can beat them on
difference.
pinfall, but Riverwalk is losing now. That's the thing.
And they're down on pinfall right now, too. So
Can you tell me about, so RBF Gals won.
RBF Gals won. Exeter won. Scott's Woodworking lost. RBF Gals won. Huff Power Sports lost. High Rollers, did High Rollers win?
Haven't seen. High Rollers, 390 to 376. Yes, they did. They beat Together again by 15 pins.
And they jump Huff Power Sports on pinfall, so they'll go to the 4th spot, actually. And Huff will drop to 5th. Sucru with the loss goes to 24 and 14. The pinfall is the difference between Riverwalk and them. So Stronger Together should be in with Mimi's Ladies. It's a question of Riverwalk or Sucru, and Riverwalk is down on pinfall right now also. So let's switch over if we can to 3 and 4, Greg.
Moment. Yeah, you see it here. Look at the broadcast.
No tiebreaker, Nico, only for 1st and 2nd in the Ladies Internationals, and one was already clinched. Exeter goes 36 and 2.
Do they have a pin setter delay, One Wonders?
I think they're checking the wood. I think it's in play. Well, I don't know. We'll see. All right, so right now,
There's a bit of visibility on the scoreboard
Peggy
there.
Donnelly has a spare next for Riverwalk. It's crucial for them. Now, if Riverwalk wins, they've got to win the pinfall battle. Sucru got 407 to get in. Riverwalk would need at least 404. Now, what if they tie pinfall? Is the question. Do I dare ask?
I don't think it's written in the text of the rules. Uh-oh. Paul Grants, fetch us the update. So, once again, Sucru in with 407. Riverwalk Lanes can have 404. Yep, they need to get 404.
I just talked to tournament director Amy Doobie. In this situation, for a tie-in standings and tie-in pinfall, it would be a one-string rollout for that final spot. Only in that scenario. Otherwise, it's pinfall. So to do that, Riverwalk needs 403. If they get 404, they win it. Right now, Riverwalk's at 278 with a box to go in the 8th frame for Melissa Ritchie, who's had a tough string despite a spare in the 3rd box of 3 fill. She had a 6 box, a 5, and a 7. Unusual for her. So she's battle tested, so she got a lot of grit in her, so would be surprised she gets 3 marks in a row. Jeanette Salfa also 59 through 7 for Bright Cleveland, who's playing spoiler today, winning their first 2 matches and knocking some teams down in the standings. They've got no marks on the board. That's crucial. Right now, they're up 19 on the right. Sherelle Nealon's BrightCleanWindows.com, a sponsor. And let's again thank Erica Boudry of EA Financial Solutions, another sponsor. 413-626-9906. A contact EAFinancialSolutions.com on the website, EAFinancialSolutions.com. Call Erica Ann Boudry today, 413-626-9906. She's bowling. Maybe leave a message. 413-626-9906.
Oh, they're moving.
For no-cost Medicare solutions for retirement. They're going to have to move to a lane breakdown, I believe. That's interesting. Could that change? Could that give Melissa a new hope? They're going to move to lane 1 and 2 as they try to fix lane 4. So now we can't get a camera over that far, can we, Greg? Or can we?
It's going to be a challenge. So let's see here. We're missing the 10 pin on lane 1, unfortunately. So there's a sliver of it poking out, but obviously we're doing the best we can. Obviously, we'll have better footage.
We'll have to stay live because we could have a one-string roll-off. Will we go to the playoff format if that happens?
Again, sorry?
Will we sign off now and come back if there's a playoff tie? for them?
In a round robin tie, we'd probably keep it here. Playoffs, we'll do a separate stream.
All right, we'll keep you alive. We'll angle over to 1 and 2 the best we can for your viewing pleasure. We cannot see the 10 pin, so we apologize.
So again,
They
Sucru.
were in 3 and 4. Now they're 1 and 2 to a lane breakdown. Greg.
So if Riverwalk do not meet the mark, they don't meet the 404 and do not get the victory, then they would they're out obviously. But if Sucru would be out otherwise though on pinfall, surely. I believe, because they would have the same 24 points, and then Mimi's Ladies are stronger together. They must have been decent on pinfall.
Lakeside Lanes finished 10th, 19-19. They lost the battle of Lakeside. The Lakeside Dingers finished 18 and 20. So Exeter Lanes number 1, Scott's Woodworking number 2 by a pinfall on the RPF Gals. RPF Gals 3rd. High Rollers going to 4th. Half Power Sports dropped to 5th. Sucru right now could be 6th. Actually, they could be 8th and 9th, Sucru, actually, because they lose the tiebreaker to Mimi's Ladies and Stronger Together on pinfall. So that puts Stronger Together in 6th. Correction, Mimi's Ladies in 6th, Stronger Together in 7th. So Mimi's Ladies right now are in 8th. They've gone all over 9 to 6 back to 8th right now. Riverwalk in 9th. So it's a battle for the 1 spot. And it comes down to this. Back over to lane 1 and 2. Extended bonus coverage. Our final qualifying round. We're on lanes 5 and 6. Our pin camera is showing as best we can. That's not the camera. The pin camera you see now is not showing. We'll take that down. That's for 5 and 6. 3 and 4 broke down. We could see in our viewing, but not this one so much. So I'll keep an eye on that for you guys.
But again, Sucru would miss if Riverwalk meets the mark, as I understand.
Yeah. And Jeanette Southall, by the way, actually the scores, she has a spare, by the way, also for Bright Clean Windows, who causing havoc today. And Peggy Donnelly's spare fill was just 4 and 8 box, 77 through 9. They got to get some marks. They're in trouble if they don't. And Caitlin Zaleski just got a spare, so now they got 2 marks to none for Bright Clean Windows, way off from lanes 1 and 2. They're 18 plus 2 bonus balls. Riverwalk was 9th. They got in the top 6 or 7 today, but they've lost a couple. They lost that middle one today, and now they're losing here. The veteran Peggy Donnelly in lane 2. Caitlin Zaleski knocking the ball in the 9th. Big bonus ball for broadcast. Donnelly won't go. It's lost between 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 6. Okay, Caitlin Zaleski ended up with a 106 string. Peggy Donnelly 87 right now. It's 333, 309. It's getting away from Riverwalk. They're down 24 plus a ball. 6 box to go. They got to get a bunch of marks. A double would certainly help. This season on the line for the tournament, you could say. Not the season, but you know what I mean. Semantics. Megan Harlow out of Buttwell's Bowling Center, Concord, New Hampshire. The Buttwell's Bowling Queens, a big upset on Scott's Woodworking earlier, and I believe they won their last match. They did. They beat Academy Lanes. They won their last 2 matches. Good for them. Get 8 points.
This is going to require a very difficult chain of marks here.
Once looks like it's academic, we'll sign off.
Nico, no backseating, please. We're doing our best here. Obviously, it's a bonus camera, and we're keeping the cameras where we are just for logistical sakes.
Again, 5 and 6 can reach 3 and 4 and 7, 8 comfortably, but not 1 and 2. A lane breakdown forced them to go to 1 and 2 to finish it up. Peggy Donnelly got a 87. Maria struggling. 8, 72 through 9. Bad time, cold.
So Riverwalk can pin out 367. This is going to require at least 4 marks minimum, maybe 5 actually in these remaining 5 boxes.
Even if they can win, they would lose the pinfall. They have to get to 403 for overtime. Once a 404 to clinch a playoff spot, the 8th spot.
4 marks could do it, but we need to start now for Riverwalk. Otherwise, Sucru has found their way in.
And Sucru was 3rd going yesterday into the last match yesterday and lost. Went to 6th. Megan Harlow got a spare 6. 102 through 9 is looking good for Bright Clean Windows win, playing spoiler. And they're going to go finish up at 16 and 22 in that situation, middle of the pack. Or so, right around there. Maybe a little bit under. Sharon Britt, Melissa Ritchie, 2 great bowls up next, though, for Riverwalk Lanes, Amesbury, Mass. So Maria DiFrancesco, 82 string. Megan Harlow at 9, 111, 4 bucks to go. It's 358 to 327. It's a 31 pin lead, plus a ball from the anchor, Jeanette Southall for brightcleanwindows.com. It is looking grim for Riverwalk.
Yeah, it would require a crazy mark out for Riverwalk and Bright Clean Windows to just melt down. I don't see this happening in any realistic scenario.
The players are getting a separate broadcast. Hit the subscribe button once you're on YouTube on Candlepin Bowling Network and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for live notifications. So when you start, you know where we go.
So Sioux Crew, my melancholy pronouncement is great news for you.
Sharon gets the spare. They stay alive barely. 9's a wild. 999. 99 in the ball in the 9 plus. Ari Beaupre, dangerous ball and a tough string herself. No mark for her. 1 mark for each side. Ari and 8. 80 through 9. 3 blocks to go. Bright Clean Windows looking for a 3-0 win today. 3 straight matches, 3 big wins.
Southall on a mark as well, of course, so it's really 29 pins is the true lead with 3 boxes to go. This would require the most catastrophic meltdown for Bright Clean Windows for a start.
Melissa needs some help after Sharon Britton 6 fill. She got to convert. 105 through 9.
Oh, this mark is made by Britton. Interesting.
Stays alive. 115 the ball.
But that's well pinned by Beaupre on just ball 2, though. Riverwalk Lanes 353 plus a hit. Bright Clean Windows 375 plus a hit. And 2 boxes to go. Still all the factors conspiring as Beaupre gets the 10th pin.
So Britton can get a strike on spare. That gets into 363. Melissa would need 2 big 20s for a 1-string roll-off, a double strike to win outright.
Untrue. That would be 403, and they're short on the score aspect, let alone Bright Clean Windows winning.
Well, that's true, too, yeah.
No, we are super-duper miracle zone now. We'll watch it for completeness' sake. So, by the way, while we take this moment here and we see the last 2 boxes, including
Sharon's 4 fill 119.
Actually, Sherelle Nealand, who's substituted in at this point. What we're going to do here is we're going to keep the cameras on 5-6, which I understand will be the finals, but we're going to point them at 7-8 for the quarters and the semifinals. As I understand, that's how they're going to do it here.
With 3 and 4 broken down.
With 3 and 4 broken down. 5 and 6, I believe, will be the finals, which is why I'm going to keep my cameras here. I will confirm that, but one way or another, just wanted to let you folks know.
Melissa Ritchie's team down 19 plus a ball from Sherelle Nealand. Needs a spare release and a double strike. Have a chance. That might be enough. Chance 3 in the 6. Got to get it.
Any remote chance.
Nealand, big bonus ball coming up. It's a head pin hit. It's off the wall. It's a bunch. It's 7. 76 to 8. That could do it. Let's see. Melissa needs it for stay alive. Could you get it down? Yes!
Well,
79 to ball through 9. Is it enough?
The 404 mark is available, but Bright Clean Windows, that requires a miracle, and Bright Clean Windows is now probable to pin out something good here. I suppose in the worst case scenario, we're inventing scenarios here. Nealand takes a 9-box, 392. Another 9-box would be 401. So now Riverwalk meeting the 404 goal.
403 would get an overtime roll-off.
403 would be an overtime roll-off. Okay.
So they're still in play slightly.
We need a hammer now. We need a hammer now. And then another one after that. And then, yeah, I believe it's a 26 box that's required to force a roll-off. Has to be now.
That does it.
Sioux Crew advances. We have our 8. So stay tuned, folks. Please follow and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook or subscribe and hit the bell icon on YouTube, the latter being our preference. Subscribe and hit the bell so that you're not at the mercy of the algorithm. If you hit the bell icon, if you're logged into YouTube, you will be notified. So again, subscribe and hit the bell icon on YouTube. The Candlepin Bowling Network. Oh, that's a good make by Richie. It is too late, I promise you that. But what a great shot to end the tournament. So again, Exeter Lanes, Scott's Woodworkings, RBF Gals. I believe Scott's will remain in number 2 seed in this case. High Rollers should overtake Huff Power Sports. That'll be 4 versus 5. That's just a matter of lane choice, I suppose, at this point. And then on the 6th seed, Sioux Crew will drop down to the 8th seed, but should be fine. Mimi's Ladies and Stronger Together will become 6-7. And Sioux Crew will drop down to the 8th seed. Commiserations to Riverwalk, who fought literally to the last few boxes, but unfortunately, this year's 2026 Ladies International ends for them. This is the final ball on a spare fill. It's a headpin hit. Hang your head high. 388 for them. It is 400, so it's a bright, clean Windows victory in any event. And an excellent showing by that team, despite their playoffs coming to an end as well. Okay, so that is it here for our stream. Again, another stream starting soon with the playoffs. I'll try and start it up as fast as possible for you folks, in fact. And you'll see it live on Facebook and YouTube, but just know that there might be a bit of a delay. We'll get the latest for you and keep you apprised as best as we're able here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Bye-bye for now. See you on a separate stream soon.
We'll get $750. It's a white